Hey, everybody, welcome. We are in episode 34 of our homebrew version of the Lost Mine of Phandelver. So I'll say it because I always forget. Please like and subscribe. We are on our quest to 300 subscribers eventually. That would be a good number for us. So let's hope we get there. So,
worthy quest.
Yeah. So first of all, let's do some housekeeping here. Next week, we will also be missing this Lost Mine game because Nate is going to India for next week. Yeah. Ooh. So I don't know. Apparently you can't find good curry in Minnesota. Is that the deal? It seems extreme.
We try, but our palates are just too.
I'm excited to try a bunch of different food. Actually, spicy, but it's for work.
Minnesota.
So we will. I'm sure I'll be busy on that front.
That's awesome. I have never been to India, and it sounds like it's a trip of a lifetime. So have fun. So next week we will do some kind of a one shot again, and we'll come up with it. We had a lot of fun with our last one shot. So if you haven't seen our last one shot, we did one 2 weeks ago, and the Secrets of Skyhorn Lighthouse. So that was a good one. We had a lot of fun with that. We had a lot of good responses to that. So if you haven't seen that, jump back and take a look at that. And also next week, we'll have some sort of entertainment without Nate. And we won't care because he's having more fun than us anyway.
I mean, maybe.
All right. Well,
other than the 23 hours of air flight time.
Yeah, that's something.
Yeah.
Depends on how long ago that was. But
I don't care. I'd suffer through whatever flight it took to get to India.
Try to sleep for that part.
That's true. Anyway, have fun, Nate. It'll be a good time, and hopefully bring us back some fun souvenirs from India.
Dysentery would be cool.
You can leave that one there.
Don't be dysentery. He's my dude.
Yeah.
I like that guy. Terry. He's awesome. You ever met Terry? Yeah, well, don't diss him. All right. So let's get started with this game, huh? I have a little bit longer of a previously. I'll try to get through it quick, but it's been a couple of weeks and I'm actually doing it to remind us as much as you. So previously, the party trekked back toward Phandelver after rescuing Gundren from the clutches of the Cragmaw goblins, defeating King Groll in the process. Remember that?
Dave.
Pretty cool.
That you uncovered a map. Yeah, you uncovered a map that Gundren had originally possessed that reveals the location of the Wave Echo Cave.
That was in that chest, right? It was in the chest that we got.
Yeah.
The map, and then we had it with us. Yeah.
Yeah, the map was complex with instructions that are difficult to follow, but Gundren stated that he overheard King Groll speaking with another person, and this overheard voice let him know that Gundren that the Wave Echo Caves were not as benign as once thought. If you remember, they thought they were like a spell forge of some sort. The legend has it that the Wave Echo Cave was home to a magic forge used to craft magic weapons. The true nature, according to this voice, was that the caves were a conduit to summon demons. Now Gundren has to contend with his missing brothers and the vile plot that he accidentally unleashed. Thanks a lot, Gundren. No inspiration for him.
We want a bonus when we're done with all this.
Maybe. I don't know. I'll see. On the Triboar Trail, you met a group of adventurers who were standoffish at best. They were vague and why they were there, stating that they were hunting trolls in the mountains. They warned you to need fire to destroy those trolls. And they grilled you on what you knew about the White Dragon and its location before you parted. Maybe something that sort of foreshadowing in a way.
Maybe.
Adventurers.
Yeah.
I wonder how that troll fight went.
I'm sure it was good. But just when you thought all you had to deal with were the slew of demons being summoned, Phandelver was attacked by a white dragon that had been troubling the Triboar Trail for some time now, as Eckankar would know.
It's true.
As you wandered into town, the dragon was rampaging through the town square.
Rampage. Mostly through a townhouse, if I recall.
That's you managed to run it off, but not before it nearly killed two of you with its icy breath weapon. It called itself Cryovane and promised to return. You get the feeling it underestimated your powers. It would not make that same mistake again. Now with two threats, you had to make a decision. Do you race to Wave Echo Cave and aid Phandelver, or aid Phandelver yet again? Balances. That night, Degneg came to Phandelver with his young orc, Ipsalik, who had discovered the lair of the dragon while journeying down the Forbidden Trail.
He wasn't supposed to be there.
And we'll keep that on the down low. So you opted to go after the dragon first. You asked Colin to make a copy of the map to wave Echo Cave, since Colin is our cartographer.
Slow one.
Yeah.
Slow cartographer.
Hey, give him a break.
He's also like
he's only like second.
secretary de facto of the entire city now.
Yeah, he's got stuff to do. He's got more to do than just deal with you, Mr. India.
So he's busy. Is that what you're saying?
He quit being an adventurer and got himself a steady job.
Yeah. After a dangerous trek, you finally discovered Ice Spire Hold, and with its winding trail that spiraled up to the gatehouse. However, you quickly also discovered that the gatehouse was not abandoned. The four adventurers you had previously met on the road, see 2 paragraphs before, were held up there, determined to gain the dragon's treasure and equally determined not to share.
Rude.
Yeah.
Not cool.
Somebody didn't go to kindergarten.
Sharing is caring.
Your
Paid
group,
rather dearly for that.
yeah, your group was in chaos as some of you used the power of magical flight to reach the gatehouse while the others ran around
Slower than that.
the precarious trail.
And there's
Very,
trail.
very
Yeah.
precarious.
The Stone Cold Reavers, as they were.
Hey, I
as they called
triggered
them.
every single trap on the way, so I did my part.
Found him.
No, I think,
No, you didn't.
no,
One of
Hemo. You did
I got
one.
one.
You split it equally with Hemo. Yeah, and in fact, Hemo took like 30 damage from that. That was a lot.
Oh, yeah, I'm half
High
dead.
five, Hemo.
The Stone Cold Reavers, as they called themselves, nearly defeated Wrath and Eckankar, but were finally overwhelmed by the arrival of the rest of the party. The Reavers tried to make their escape at the last minute, but only 2 of them survived.
My favorite part was Finnis being very threatening on the outside door.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was going to get through that door eventually.
I was going to try.
Like, come out and play.
Can you imagine Hemo with like a vacuum to sell? He's just like, boom, boom, boom. Come on. Now your group is outside the gatehouse. The mists and heavy winds of the afternoon blocking out the brightest part of the day as a hazy orb of sun shimmers in the sky. The wind is cold, blasting your faces. If you live in Minnesota, you know what I'm talking
That's
about.
normal.
Yeah.
Or Canada.
Yeah.
The
Or
balmy south, yes.
Yeah. As your garb flaps and slaps against your bodies. And there's where we start. So we just finished up that I guess you'd call it combat round fight, whatever that was that you just had with the Stone Cold Reavers.
I think we have 2 still alive.
You do.
One's
We
inside.
yeah,
The other one's-
Brockus, who is
the other
right.
one's
You have Brockus,
conscious.
who is right here, and he's still alive. He's badly injured, but he's still alive.
And
And
Orc
then
Fighter is unconscious.
Joe Barl is just he's at 0 hit points. He's out.
But there's like he stabilized. Hemo stabilized him, right?
He did, yes.
Yeah.
After he almost killed him.
You
I
didn't
thought
know.
he would have made it.
So you took him prisoner, and then threw him off the cliff,
Well, I
right?
was intending it to be more of a roll.
And then felt bad about it, and then went down to stabilize him. And we were like, "You got this." Gave him a pat on the
He
head.
did not so much roll as plummet.
Just recapping. But he's not dead.
There's also the wrath problem. I couldn't just like help him down the road. He wouldn't have lived.
You've been hanging out on me a little too much.
Even Wrath's like, "Whoa, that was something."
You had an
No, Wrath would not be like that.
I didn't think
Sorry.
so.
Yeah, I'm a little worried.
Wrath had a whole episode named after her when push comes to shove because I was like, boom, shove her. I don't know if Wrath actually intended to kill that bard.
No, she didn't.
But
same exact thing as
she only had a few hit points left, and
well,
yeah, you
I didn't know that.
finished that.
Should have had more hit points. Should have rolled higher on your hit dice. I don't know what to say.
Or
Yeah, right.
it's slow fall. Like if you just sort of scrape your way down the side of the cliff, it doesn't hurt at the bottom. You should try this.
That bard was bound though, so she had disadvantage on her roll to try to save herself.
She landed on her neck.
Well, he was bound too.
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
Exact same thing that Hemo did.
Yes.
It's just that Hemo felt guilty for it. Wrath didn't.
Okay, well, here we are in this Arctic land where there's a decent 10 to 15 mile an hour gusting breeze that can gust up to 50 miles an hour on rare occasions, but mostly just blowing. And you are sitting here outside. It is late in the afternoon. You're thinking 4 or 5-ish kind of time.
I propose we all collect in the in this little keep. Is what do you call this? The gatehouse.
The gatehouse, yes.
And maybe do a short rest.
At least. But I'm going to go down here and loot Miss Celine.
Where are you going to go to? All right, let me move the map down.
Because I still have fly, so I'm going to do a perimeter sweep, make sure we're not missing anything. She doesn't know what's going on.
You're going to go down to where Celine is and loot her body. All right.
Does the bard have a loot?
Yeah.
So, So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to introduce loot boxes. So what you'll need to do is Venmo me $10 and I'll give you a loot box and it'll be a random item.
Looks like you got a comment again.
There's new rules, though. You have to give us the percentage for each of the potential items in there. The percent chance.
I'm a DM.
My chance at a wondrous item.
Hey, if this is on iOS, that's the way it works now.
I know I'm using a Mac here, but that's
I'm watching this on iOS.
That's true. Some of us are on iOS and some of us are on Windows. All right. So you go to Celine and you loot her body. She has some typical adventuring gear. You could probably find any like an adventuring pack on her. So you can find an adventuring pack with the stuff, including some rations. She also has a couple of common weapons on her, and I'll tell you, and you can see right away they're probably common. She has a lantern, and she looks like she has a potion on her.
Definitely grab the potion. Any money, pat her down.
Yeah, she has on her. She only has 7 gold pieces on her. She may keep. She may not adventure with all of her money in her, unlike you guys.
They might have a home base. We don't have a home base.
Yeah, they
we
might.
need to have
Just a bank.
They did say they were from Neverwinter, so they may have someplace in Neverwinter where they kept themselves. All right, so there for sure you can see a potion, and it looks clearly you can see probably a vial of magic, and she also has on her for weapons. She has on her a dagger and a rapier. And she is wearing leather armor. She also has suave defense, but you actually can't take that.
Does any hints on the armor or anything? Does it look?
Do you have any way of determining who? Tell you what, give me a Arcana check.
I don't think I do.
And I'll see if you can take any hints on stuff that you might think has a potential of being magical or stuff you can maybe dismiss. What'd you roll?
16.
All right. You're not really sure. All this stuff looks fairly, none of it stands out as being spectacularly, obviously magical. I mean, it's not like you pick up a sword, it's flaming, or you open or you pick up a dagger and it's like, oh, wow.
Or it says, who is it?
Yeah. Who the hell's this?
A new hand.
Yeah. None of it's, but none of it looks in bad shape either. So potentially, I mean, any of it could potentially be magical. So what are you going to take?
All of her rings.
Yeah, no jewelry, nothing like that.
She doesn't have anything that looks like they're very lightly packed.
Definitely took the potion.
Okay.
I'll just
give me an arcane check for identifying the potion or an insight roll, either one.
6.
Yeah, you look at that potion and you're not sure you've ever seen a potion that looks like this. It's like this clear liquid, and as you spin it around, there's a couple bubbles that kind of just float in there.
And it's not made out of blood, so it's
a Sprite.
Cool.
It's a refreshing Sprite.
Now, great. Now I have to check the
potion of dew of the mountain.
Now I have to check the product placement box inside of YouTube. Do you have any product placement in here? Yes, we do. Fresca, send us a check. All right. So are you going to take that? Anything else you're going to do?
I'm gonna basically I'm gonna do a loop around and make sure.
No, I meant, is there anything else other than the potion you're going to take?
I'll take the rapier and the sword just in case. But
Okay. Perfect. All right. And then you're going to do a sweep to look around for anything else. Oh, I will. If you look over here, I will reveal part of the backside you can see parts of the backside of the keep. Why don't you give me a perception roll?
it's not her thing. 15.
All right. One of the things you'll see as you look out with your perception as you're kind of flying around there, and I'm assuming you're not flying too high, you're sort of flying lower than the keep. If you want to fly higher, you let me know.
Nope.
But as you do so, you're gonna find something. You're gonna see something that you had not noticed before because you were in combat and trying to save your life, or at least the other people were. What you're gonna notice here is that part of this is that there is
A cave.
some sort of cave entrance back there. It looks like it's going to be precarious to get through and difficult. Like you're flying, so you could actually go over there. But I mean, in general, it's going to require difficult climb checks. Over 15, you think?
How big is it?
The entrance looks like it's just big enough for a medium-sized creature to kind of stand with its arms and legs stretched out.
So not a huge creature.
No, not. You would think probably not a huge creature. You would think it's probably made for humanoid types. Now, if you like a big humanoid creature could crouch through, but probably not a huge.
Fly over with a rope.
Yeah, that's too far from my mage hand to reach.
I will when we're
Rested.
yeah, when we're rested and stuff.
Maybe not
All right.
get so close right now.
All right, you've done that. What's everyone else doing while
I also will go do a loop around.
just around the outside of the keep of the gatehouse? Gatehouse. Okay. You circle around the gatehouse, and all the things you saw before is as they were.
I'm running around, up and around, and coming.
Emo tells his probably mostly unconscious opponent here to don't move. Just don't let her see you moving, or I'm not really gonna get in her way. Also, I'm taking this, and I take his sword.
Okay. You're gonna hunt through Jabarl's materials and see what he has in them.
The orc biter.
If I have a second to do so, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Give me a perception roll.
That's a 13.
Perfect. What you'll find, Jabarl has on them a short sword, and also has all you can find is a short sword. They are wearing studded leather armor of some sort, and they have a pendant. It looks like his pendant is kind of the shape of a flame, kind of pinned on his lapel right here.
Huh. That's weird.
Also, is there? He is carrying 7 pieces of gold and an adventurer's pack.
Well, you did stab me a couple of times, so I'll take that gold.
Fair enough.
And maybe I'll just pull that necklace off.
It's not a necklace; it's a pendant. It's like it's got like a pin, and you push it through your armor or your shirt, and then you can clip it.
Even easier. I just pull that off of him.
It's kind of gold with a little bit with a kind of a red center on his lapel right there.
Kashar was running by on the next path up when he goes into the gatehouse here, and then he sort of takes 2 steps back out and watches Hemo.
You see Hemo pulling the lapel
body
off.
here. Yeah, sort of nods to himself.
All right, Eckankar and Flander, you're in there, and you can see Brachus is standing up against the wall. He's sort of looking at you defiantly. He carries with him a great sword that he had, but I think you haven't had him throw it down.
Yeah.
He also has a heavy crossbow that was left in the previous room. He had dropped it before.
Okay.
He's wearing plate armor.
Mm-hmm. I think at least Eck is just kind of like eyeing him, just making sure he's not like gonna lunge or try to make a move.
He looks pretty resigned to just. He doesn't have any weapons on him. He does have armor, but right now he just seems to be resigned to stand there.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do? Anything
If I
special?
recall correctly, he said that Runo is basically hired all of the rest of them to come do this thing, right?
That's you may have gotten that interpretation. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I guess Eck is going to say, when my companion gets back, be on your best behavior. I don't want you to die over this.
Give me an intimidation roll or
Okay.
a persuasion. I'll let you choose.
I would probably say Eck is going to do persuasion.
Perfect.
Oh no, nat 1. That's a 7.
You say that, and you see Brackus. He just kind of gives you that kind of gives you that chuckle, like you've already killed a couple of us, and you pushed kind of one off the mountain last I heard. So
You
I'm
probably
not
heard
that.
And Flander will say, yeah, so don't push your luck. And I'll do a persuasion check too.
You're gonna do intimidation in that case.
That did sound more intimidating.
I can do intimidation, sure.
Yeah, give me an intimidation roll.
The bard.
Okay.
Really.
And what'd you get?
I got 17.
All right. He looks over at you, and you get the idea, Eckankar, that though you're the more heavily armored person and clearly could withstand a beating, that for whatever reason, Flander with his silvery tongue and sly look kind of shook him up maybe a little bit more than you. He kind of gives you a look like he kind of he tries to act tough, but in a way he gives us kind of like he sucks in his lip a little bit, like I'm biting my tongue and I'm just gonna not say anything.
Yeah, we're doing a little good cop, bad cop right now.
Yeah. Eckankar can only kill you. I'll write a song about you.
I can assassinate your entire character.
Then Wrath will take your soul.
Okay.
Wow.
What are you guys gonna do now? You've Flander or Finnis, you have wandered in. You are standing amongst the charred remains of all the horses. You see a great a crossbow, heavy crossbow sitting at your feet. You see lots of blood and splatter. You can definitely see that a massive fight has happened in this room. The stairways leading down, the steps are covered in footfalls and blood.
I'm just going to take my time to look through this room thoroughly, make sure nothing was missed.
Finnis can use a crossbow, right?
I mean, I could.
So what you can see in here,
lasers.
that arrow slits look down into the trail that wind around the gatehouse as you look out, and you can see an unlit fireplace stands in the south. So that's what you see. Most of this room is empty.
He'll start to go and light that fireplace.
Okay, give me a survival roll.
Light the beacon.
The beacons are lit.
All right, what'd you get?
Where's survival? All the way down here. Natural 20, 26 total.
You gather a little bit of the wood that had been in the corner here. Just old. It's just super dry and brittle and cold. But with your advanced skills as an outdoorsman, after all these months blowing on the fireplace, you managed to get that fire stoked up pretty well. It might not be able to go for a long time unless you can find some additional firewood somewhere, but you do get it glowing, and the warmth is immediately feels good. Although you think that the charred remains of those horses behind you either could make a great lunch or might start smelling eventually.
I was thinking about there's bodies. We have 4 horse corpses.
Steak, anybody?
2 plus 1
Horse flank.
humanoid bodies. Not necessarily all for eating, but like maybe the dragon would notice that that's happening and there are dead bodies around.
Well, we can throw it in the reclamation unit. Oh, Sorry, that's different.
All right. So
Different game.
Finnis, you managed to get the fire started. Hemo, you are done looting and taking anything you want off of Jabaro. You took the pendant and his sword, right? Or his sword is actually up here. You're going to take anything else he has? He has his gold. He has his armor. It'll take some time if you want to strip him of his armor.
I just took the gold from his pockets and took the pendant off.
Got it. All right.
And I'm assuming he hasn't succumbed to his wounds. Hopefully I stabilized him okay, but I just say, just sit tight. When we're gone, run. That's all.
Well, you'll know that it's going to take him a while. It's going to take him a long time to get back any hit points.
Run or don't. I'll just start coming up the way.
Good.
All right. You can go and put your character on top as you walk around the outside.
I'm looking into this room and I realize there's 3 more doors down here. So I'm going to ask Brackus what's in those other 3 rooms.
All right. It's been, by the time you get back to this question, you've done all the searching. It's getting later. It's more like getting on past the 5 to 6 part. You've been doing the searching and communicating with people. And you can ask him and he looks at you and he says, not much. Just there's an anvil, couple old beds, couple old barrels. Nothing in this place. This place is long abandoned, stripped.
Interesting. And I know he's doing a fire up there. Maybe there's something we can burn.
Okay.
Anybody want to back me up? I'm going to go look in this room to the left.
I'll go with.
Hemo walks past Brackus and goes, your buddy's down there. On your way out, just drag him down or it'll be wolf food.
He says, can I go then?
Not unless these guys need you. No? You can, I say you can go.
He's going to move here unless somebody stops him from going.
Hey, give me that sword though.
No, he dropped it in the other room.
Yeah, he had turned it his sword. I believe his sword was there, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Somebody in the comments tell us.
Dropped it.
Yeah. I know he dropped his weapon, but I can't remember where. So he had dropped his sword. It's somewhere in the keep here. He doesn't have any weapons on him right now.
I'll let him pass. I just say, watch out for wrath.
He takes a step forward and he goes, I'm not going out there just to get shot down. Kill me like a man or let me go. That's what he says to you.
Hey, we're letting you go, man. We're, you know how it is. We don't really give wrath orders.
You could make suggestions. That's fine.
Hey, we try.
I'll just stand there till she gets back then.
It might
suit yourself.
It might be for the best.
Yeah, Wrath has no idea. Just so you guys know that.
Well, Brackus has a reasonably okay wisdom.
Intelligence?
No, it's not intelligence, but a decent wisdom, and he knows what's been going on. So he's like, nope, I'm not going to just wander out there with half your team out there without you telling them.
Eckankar is going to guide him out to Jabral.
Okay. Waif, you see that Eckankar walks.
Actually, I am where I am, so I don't see.
Well, they're going to walk around the outside here. They're going to walk around past you because they're going to take the trail. So they're going to walk past you. Eckankar and Brackus are going to walk around the edge of the trail till they get down to Jabaro. So they're going to walk underneath you, just so you know.
Okay.
So Eckankar, you're going to walk him down to here. Okay.
Yep.
And then you can walk yourself back if you want.
Yeah. Then I will walk back. Does Wave comment or is she just like see me guiding him and let it go?
Actually, she won't say anything. She's like summoning her owl. She's like bringing her owl, and she'll watch you walk around, and she'll slowly kind of follow.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then how far are you taking him?
I'm taking him to Jabari.
Jabaro. Right. And you see Brackus kind of like starts picking him up, sort of like trying to figure out how he's going to get Jabaro kind of over his shoulder because he's still unconscious. And he's going to take him back. You're not sure if Brackus is a hero type or maybe knows the family or maybe thinks he can get a reward from Jabaro's family for bringing him back. You're not sure why he's actually picking him up, but he is picking him up and going to carry him.
Well, he's on foot by himself, so he might just want the backup, or to throw him down behind him. You
As
know,
bait.
yeah, exactly.
Especially for the Joels.
It's because that's like the first thing that Wrath thought of.
Just run faster than your friends, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Actually, but when it's Eckankar coming back, right?
Yeah.
When Eckankar reaches back to where she is now, she'll ask him to stop.
And he'll stop.
And she'll land next to you, and then the owl, she'll go, can you stay here for just a moment? There's an opening on the side of the castle proper.
Of course.
All right. So she'll take the eyes and senses of the owl and have the owl fly to that hole.
That opening.
Mhm.
All right. The owl flies over silent as the wind. And even with the heavy wind, it's a little bit. It can kind of gets flown off course a little bit, but just gives it such a lift. It's like effortlessly just drifting out there. Almost doesn't even have to flap to get out there. It flies out past it. It's from outside without getting too close. You know that it's going to extend in a good 10 or 15 feet into darkness. Now you can get, if you want to fly into there, it could, but from where it's at, you can see there's a tunnel that leads in.
If we could land at the opening.
You could. I'm just giving you the option. So anything that's inside of that, clearly, sure. You fly up, comes up. You get about 5 or 6 feet from landing, and you can see down the tunnel that it goes about 15 feet. It ends in a flat wall. There's nothing there. Now, could be a secret door, could be an illusion, could be whatever you want. But as you can near,
whatever I want. Purple sword of dragon
cool.
slaying.
That's awesome. Right. Okay, so you see a demon dragon sword, a demon slaying dragon sword.
It's hanging on the wall. And I
Yeah, it actually has your name on it. It says wave. It's like WA
Wave or wrath
no wrath. Yeah,
in parentheses.
WRATH. WR like
Thinking.
Neon.
No,
I love it.
So you can see like you could be whatever your imagination might think it is right now, but you see it goes in about 15 feet to a flat wall, which is why you couldn't see anything. As you approach, like you saw nothing, but there's literally an empty wall. What are you gonna do?
Well, it'll land on the and be like
Just
and just look.
give me a perception roll.
This is +3. So 21.
All right. Your owl kind of uses its weird owl eyes and body, kind of just flipping around and spinning in all different directions, spinning. I always love the owls, how they can just kind of turn around like
349 degrees or whatever it is.
Yeah. And
Graham, I'm sure you know.
you think that, or your owl thinks, or you perceive through the owl's vision that there's probably a secret entrance of some sort, a secret opening of some sort. Whether you can open it from the side, you don't see any way of opening it. There may be a hidden latch, it may be a one-way door. It could be something where you need to lift it up. You're not sure. Your owl is perceiving that there's an opening of some sort. You may need to actually try things to make it work.
Investigate.
Yeah, right. Trying not to use game terms necessarily.
That's true. We have to investigate it.
No, that's what you have to do.
That's absolutely correct. So I'll actually, I can have the owl blink out.
Yep.
And then I can summon it back to me.
All right, you do that. All right.
And then she'll kind of like take her hand off of X's arm, and that is an opening with
So
a secret door.
You let Eckankar take the wheel.
I do.
Eckankar is the Jesus of our group. All right.
Take the wheel.
Eckankar, take the wheel. So this is good. This is a good thing. Difficult to get to. We'll have to discuss what we can do.
This seems like a excellent idea. If we can sneak in behind the dragon's back, it definitely will help us out.
And she'll glance up at the smoke coming out of the stack by now.
Yep.
And like, I do not think we will be sneaking in anywhere. But we had fireballs going off inside too. So.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
To assume that we can sneak on the dragon, I do not. I do not assume such a thing.
I just hope it's in a deep slumber. Quick, we need to get back to the group and form a plan.
Yes, I'll go back.
All right, Gashar. Meanwhile,
Back at the gatehouse.
back at the gatehouse, you are going to enter that room and look around.
Yes, the left one first.
Turn around.
Oh, they're going to the one on your left first.
Sure. That's what I was thinking.
Okay, let me.
Counterclockwise.
That is completely fine.
Turn around, bright eyes.
You're talking
Maybe
about
eyes.
you're talking about which one? Ping the room that you want to go on that side. Okay, that left. Let me open up.
That's fair. If I was walking south.
Well, it's not exactly
The west room?
Yeah.
Which way is north? I don't know anymore.
Oh, also, Eckankar is still upside down.
All right, you open that room.
Why? Oh,
And as you-
your token is.
Why is that?
Whose token is upside down?
Mine is upside down because I think I was prone I got knocked prone last episode or
I thought
something.
you were like, parkour.
I'm
He's
parkour
handstand-
in the
he's
middle
walking
area.
handstands, practicing his his athletics.
Hey.
All right.
Yay.
We fixed your icon. All right, there we go. All right, as you open that door,
Yes.
you can see inside of this thing, you see an anvil resting on the floor near a fireplace that hasn't been lit in years. To one side of the hearth are bellows. Scattered amongst the floor are rusty tools and old horseshoes.
I'll take a look around a little bit closer.
All right, give me a perception roll.
Yeah. My passive's better, so I got my 11.
All right, then that you kind of see what you've already passively perceived.
I'll go look in the fireplace and look up.
Why you're at disadvantage?
It's fine. I did say it's still got a 6.
Oh, I know, but
I'll turn it off.
yeah, you're
It's fine if
you're in the
if,
dark right now.
if you accidentally do disadvantage or advantage, you always do the one
first
on
one.
the first one. Yeah,
Yep.
that's fine. It's sometimes that happens. Okay, so yeah, you look up the fireplace. You can see that it's open. You could start a fire if you wanted to.
I think I would probably aware that Finnis did start one over there.
You
Fair
probably
enough.
smell the smoke coming a little bit. It's not strong, but you definitely you hear Finnis over, "Hot's a fire." He doesn't say that, but
Sounds just like him. All right,
Let's
so
just
yeah,
start like getting
Finish
some
this-
rations warmed up for everybody because we're gonna need to come up with a plan.
I'll open the next one
A
to the
little
south.
short rest on.
All right, reaching to the south here, you open that door and you reveal that this is some kind of a bunkhouse.
Dodge.
Wooden cots lie in broken heaps against the walls, leaving a clear space in the middle of the room where probably they used to stay here, because you can see some bedrolls and other gear laying on the floor here. So what you can find here is you can find 4 bedrolls and what amounts to another adventuring gear pack. If you want to use anything from there.
Wow. Cool. All right. Yeah, I guess I'll dig through them briefly.
Yeah, you can see that there's enough water and rations to sustain 4 people for one day here.
All right. Cool. I'll collect it. I'll add that to my my rations.
Sure.
4 more days, basically.
All right, and
I'll go.
Flander, you can walk up behind. You can see Gashar standing in there, obviously not learning that you shouldn't split the party up and run down. And because for my other party that's happened to be waiting to. What are you going to do, Flander? Are you going to wander off? I'm sure
I
there's
think we're
some.
going to check out this room over here.
Sure, no problem. Let's see if we can get more
Everybody
people.
into their own room.
Everyone needs their own room. All right.
I'll come up.
We're just trying to speed things up a bit.
Perfect. All right, you open that room, and what you find here is that this room contains empty wooden barrels and crates that are so old and brittle they appear that they could break apart with just bare hands.
I'm gonna try it.
Okay.
Squishes one of them.
Yeah, you actually grab one. It's like you kind of twist it a little bit, kind of crumbles, and when it does, it's like flakes and splinters just kind of
Oh wow.
break apart. It's almost like they're crystalline and how old they are. They're just so dried out and fall apart.
All right, he'll actually gather up the next barrel, just sort of gingerly pick it up and try to bring it up to Finnis.
Finnis, you can see that Gashar is bringing up a couple barrels, maybe.
Yeah, we'll just bring all the wood up.
Kind of drag it up. You can probably drag it up. I don't know if you're strong enough to carry all of them, even though they're super light because they're bulky. They're just like big, but you can kind of drag them up there up the stairs. And
So
Finnis,
nothing in them. You said empty.
No, if there was something in them, they dehydrated long ago. You could, if you open one of the barrels up, you might end up just breaking it.
Yeah.
So, all right, Finnis, you get some more firewood for yourself. You think you have enough fire that could probably can burn for at least half a night.
All right. We should gather everybody and take a rest, come up with a plan. Do you want to do your thing, Gashar, and sprint at high speed?
Yes.
I'm gonna loot Runa too.
Okay.
See what she has.
You see that the other two, Brachus has grabbed your bottle and he's wandered down the trail. You're looking over at Luna and you begin to see what she might have been hiding in her pockets. She has 30 pieces of gold on her. She may have been the one carrying a hoard.
Wasn't she the leader?
You think very
than
possibly
Right.
that she was the leader. She also has on her. She has another potion. This potion looks like it's got a bunch of like dust. It's kind of like dusty, rocky. It's almost like chalky. Like if you had Pepto-Bismol kind of chalkiness. That kind of. But it's white. It's white, and you can
it's kaopectate.
you can smell it. It kind of smells that kind of like just like that. Has a little bit of that hard smell to it. And she has on her splint armor, and she has a long sword and a short sword. And she also carries a heavy crossbow, but hers has been reattached and hanging from her when she fell.
Actually, I'm going to take, since we're here and we have time, I'm going to take everything off of her.
Okay.
Give it a good once over.
All right. Give me an Arcana roll.
11.
All right. You pull everything off her. You get her splinter armor. You get her sword, and she has regular clothes. You want to take. She has she has boots that might be good. They're kind of furry boots. She has mittens that are kind of tucked under here, so you might want to use them. So she has like winter guard.
Mm-hmm.
So she has boots with the fur.
She's got Uggs.
She's got Uggs, yeah. So you can take all that. What are you going to do now? You've gathered a lot of your stuff, and you've kind of, for the most part, dug through the bodies of all these.
Good fire, Finnis.
I rolled really well on it. Thanks.
So we'll run through this opening here. We'll run across this bridge and attack the dragon. Yes.
No, there is a hole in the back. There's a cave
Oh,
with
good.
an entrance.
Secret entrance.
If we can do good enough scouting, maybe we can get it from multiple angles, catch it by surprise.
You suggest splitting up the party?
Now, I'm assuming that you're not flying up over the keep yet and checking yet, because until this point, you have not made any indications that you're doing that.
Not yet.
Going over no.
So you go flying over solo, looking for you want to get like a sign that says,
Use
I'm editable.
Place breath weapon here.
I'm gonna target on you. You're wearing a Target t-shirt,
delivery.
literally. People from Walmart are like, that's some good branding. All right.
No, the soccer team I follow, the Minnesota United, they're sponsored by Target, and they literally have targets in the front of their jerseys. And I watched multiple times people they'll take shots on goal. Obviously, it happens all the time. But every time it goes directly to the goalie, I'm like, the target worked.
Yeah,
right in the target.
That's fantastic. Okay, so what are you guys gonna do? Gather in that room where Finnis has started the fire. Put yourselves in there, and you can do at least a short rest if you want, or longer. You can tell me what you want to do.
I think we could use a bit of time to prepare.
I need to re-energize his ring and recast. So I would like 2 hours of resting.
That is plenty for me.
I go looking out the
Who's injured?
arrow slits. How much
I am
time
injured.
do we have before it's dark out?
As you are kind of gathering around, you can see that it's getting thin. You think maybe you have a half hour or so before you consider it to be dusk, to where you would not get any negatives. It's about the same time now as it was the day before when you fought those trolls. So you can see if you could see the sky, clearly it's got a haze around it right now. But you could see it would probably be orangish and bluish. But right now you kind of see a mix of crystals and where the sun kind of radiates out and you can see a few rays, but mostly it's just a big hazy blur where the sun would be.
Well, we were planning on a night raid, right?
Oh yeah.
Do we? I'm sorry. I'm not completely familiar with dragons. Do they keep a normal sleep schedule? Do we think we could catch it while it was resting?
I have no idea.
It's COVID, so they might be working from home.
It could have had whatever schedule.
Yes.
Well, it attacked Phandelver during the day, right?
Yes, it was early in the day.
Excuse me, I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Yeah, perhaps it nests later on.
Is there a roll I could maybe do to know that?
Yes, there is. You can give me a nature roll.
Nature? Okay. Not my best thing, but you never know.
I'll help.
All right, you're going to help him out. Give him you can
Yep.
take advantage on that nature roll.
Mhm.
Okay. Then I'll just roll again.
Mhm.
Okay.
What's your best of the two?
11.
All right. The thing about it is, most of what you've heard is that the dragon attacks more in the evening. Because you remember from when you had been seeing the animals of being missing from your hometown, in Triboar. So the best you're guessing is that it's probably nocturnal. But again, it's confusing because it did attack Phandelver during the day, but it was later in the day.
Mhm.
So you're not exactly sure what that means. You're not 100% sure, but all of your kind of mathematics says in just kind of counting the days and when you've seen it, it's probably nocturnal. It also attacked the Shrine of Sabris at night.
Okay.
So just putting that together tells you that you've seen it more at night than during the day.
Mhm.
That's the best you're going to come up with.
Okay. Well, seems at least from what I was told, it does seem to be attacking at night, though. At least at this point, it hasn't left. It might be getting ready to leave or something like that. I don't know what we should do.
Let's put out the fire.
All right. Are you going? Well, Finnis spent a lot of time building it. It's up to you. I mean, he's clearly the one who's in charge of it. You're going to have to decide.
I'm pretty sure there were many explosions in this building. If we've been seen, we've been seen.
And the hammering on the door.
Made a lot of noise. No, Finnis brings up a good point. If we made all this noise, it probably already knows we're here. The path in the back, that entrance there, that seems to be our best prospect to take it from surprise.
Oh, as much as I would hate to do more mountain climbing.
You think the challenge rating to these difficulty to cross those mountains because of how steep and icy they are, it's going to be more than 15. I'm going to tell you that. You're not
Well, I've
sure
got
about
equipment
exam-
for this.
Yes, one of us could climb up and secure a rope for the rest of us.
Mhm. Hopefully someone who can fly, maybe.
Oh, I definitely did great on that last climb. Oh,
Is it
All right.
higher or lower? Can we make a zip line?
Now that would be fun.
That would be
I'm thinking of Captain America when they're zip lining to the that would be awesome. All right. Well, you've rested for at least an hour as you sit here, and you can recover your 1 hour of rest. What do you want to do? Do you want to stay resting? Do you want to cast some spells?
I do need to cast a spell. I'll cast Hex and get that going. And then I will also.
I'm going to put you in this room because I'm assuming you're all in that room.
Yep, I'm sorry. I will recharge the ring for Eckankar.
Heck yeah.
and then I'm going to rest some more.
Before we get
Are you gonna-
started, are we able to close this door? Both of these doors?
Which door are we going to close?
That one, which I don't think was broken or anything. And I'm not sure about this one.
Neither of those doors were broken into. They were
Okay.
you were able to
We'll
open them.
close them and latch them.
Okay, this one you can actually latch from the inside,
Mhm.
and the same with this one. You can actually seal yourself in if you wanted to.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Are you going to recharge the ring with the fly spell?
Mhm.
Okay. Your ring has been recharged with a fly spell. You've all done a short rest. Feel free to spend any dice you'd like to spend. If your bard so chooses, they could do a song.
The Song of Rest.
Who is injured?
I am.
I
I
am
was
injured.
quite injured. See.
And what does that song do? An extra D6 or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you use at
Let me-
least
let me
one of your
double check that.
dice, you get an extra
an extra
D6 on
D6.
top
Yeah.
of it. Yeah. Also, I believe somebody has a potion that they could take I think it's vitality that allows you to maximize your hit dice.
I have that.
If you choose to use it, it's up to you.
Is anybody real bad?
No, I'm back to full.
I'm still pretty injured.
Oh, nice roll on that one.
Mhm.
Cool. 5, 6, 6, 12, 17, 28.
Mike,
I'll take
You
it.
got a 7 and an 8. That's nice. That's great. Eric, you rolled yourself an 11.
I spent 3 hit die and the Song of Rest, and I'm back up to 58 out of 60.
Nice.
It's not
Good.
bad.
Yeah, I'm up to full now.
I didn't get injured apparently.
I'm going to cast a Cure Wounds, which will get me my 2 points I'm missing back. And then I'll use my Harness Divine Power to get that slot back.
Nice.
And then since it's a channel to divinity, I can just get that back on the short rest. So we're back up to snuff here.
Good deal. All right. You spend that hour resting. Are you going to rest another hour again so you can get your spell back?
Sounds like
All right.
we'll
You
take watch at this point and start looking out.
All right. It is now dark. I would like Gashar to give me a perception roll, please. Since you said you were looking out. I'm assuming you're kind of looking out between the different slots and you're kind of walking around and kind of checking here and there.
Yep.
What'd
My
you-
passive 21 hit anything?
Are you
All
looking as well?
Yeah, I don't need to really rest this second hour, so
Perfect.
Hemo can help.
Hemo, why don't you give me a roll?
I got an
13
8.
perception.
Yeah.
13.
All right. You guys are looking out at kind of kicking back and relaxing, and Waif is sort of, Wrath is sort of meditating, kind of getting ready to get back the energy you're kind of regathering from the powers of your patron, reaching in and speaking to your patron and kind of gathering up your powers. When you do, you can see from the south, Finnis, you're looking out this window right here. Looking out this window right here, and you swear in the darkness of night, just past your dark vision, it's just too far away to see. You think you see the shadow of a large or bigger creature come wafting over the side of the mountain and land on the roof of this keep on the far side that exists beyond this bridge.
I'll tell everybody immediately.
Not the gatehouse, the key.
On top of the keep,
keep,
right? And so it's beyond your dark vision range, but you pretty sure you saw it with the
It's that
shimmers of
shadow.
there's a cliff that keeps going, and between the dark cliff and the dark face, you thought you saw something. It's been very difficult to see, but that shield has served you well in the past.
I just immediately, everybody, high alert, movement.
Finnis is
I
like,
gather
danger,
up my swords.
danger,
All your swords.
Danger.
Robinson.
I have a bunch now, but yes, I gather up all my swords.
What are you gonna do with them? You get them in like a bundle?
I think he's got his main 2 holstered on either side of his, or maybe one side of his hip, and then he's just got a couple others just like tucked
He's
in,
just covered in swords.
You look
and
like
a whole bunch of daggers.
The Iron Throne.
Yeah, he is the Iron Throne.
A
Jamie
little bit,
just Jamie just sits on him after he kills the king. That's right.
Hey, I'm a guy, you know.
Wrong spot. Wrong spot.
All right. Well, that's what you see. You've completed your second hour of rest.
All
Your
right.
fires got a little low.
If it is here, shall we go attack then?
How do we want to go to that?
Well, if it just flew in, it means it missed the fireworks show earlier. Maybe we do stand a shot of sneaking up on it.
Although
The fire
this
is still
fire is making smoke.
going.
Yes.
Well, we could kick it out right away.
Dragon is smart.
It's
Just too late.
Yes, I
Too
think
late
it's
now.
too late for that.
How strong are you, Eckankar?
I don't. I'm strong. I don't know. I'm feeling good.
Would you like to arm wrestle?
I'm gonna stop you there because you rested there. You waited these last hours. If you want, you can sit with the items and try to identify them. If you want.
I would definitely.
I figure your character should probably remember it, even though you as players might not.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah.
So you can kind of sit with those items and I'll kind of give you an idea of what some of the things you might have found. So the potion that Runa had, as you kind of sit with it, you know that's a potion of climbing.
Ooh.
And the
Convenient.
potion of climbing will give you a climb speed as your current walking speed. I believe, double check and look that up. And the potion that Celine had is a potion of invisibility.
Ooh. Hobbit style. Let's get somebody in there. Oh, no.
Now,
Would that be me?
Jabarl's pendant is actually pretty interesting.
What does it
Jabarl's
do?
pendant is a pendant of flames. It is a custom item that I built, so you won't find it in the book. But I will let you know that it allows you to cast the Firebolt cantrip a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus per long rest. Also, it gives you advantages to dex saves against fire spells, fire-based spells that do fire damage. Probably not appropriate or helpful here, but maybe in the future or somewhere it might be helpful.
Very appropriate for fighting wrath, though.
Yeah, that would have been.
Proficiency times per day and resistance to fire.
Yeah, it gives you advantage to dex saves against fire damage. So you make your save and you get advantage to that save.
Okay.
Advantage on fireballs, basically.
Yeah, so if you make the save, you take half damage. Just
If
like
the save is allowed.
Yeah, if your save is allowed, right. Against dex saves
Mhm.
against fire damage. I don't think there's a lot of fire things that do anything other than dex, but
Firebolt,
firebolt,
scorching ray.
scorching ray. Yes, that's right. But scorching ray doesn't do radiant damage.
No, it's fire damage.
Oh, is it okay?
Hemo would actually offer this pendant up to the rest of the party, saying, "Well, I can already cast Firebolt. Got no need for this, but it looks like it could help somebody if they want to set things on fire from a distance. It's quite fun. See,
Wrath, do you need that spell?
I'll take it.
I'm good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it's perfect
Yeah.
for Lander.
Yeah,
Lander-
I'll take it if
Lander
nobody
sounds-
else is.
Now, one thing nice about this pendant of flames is that it does not require attunement. So you can actually wear it without being attuned.
oh, here you are. It'll look quite dashing on you."
So it's a goal. It's like two flames flickering up, and they're wrapped in gold and have a red field on them, a metallic red field. And
Oh,
they,
Brings out my eyes.
that's a very nice. You think the just in the gold and the manufacturing itself, that's worth at least 25 gold just on its own without.
It's a shame. It would have made a great clasp for this cloak of forts, but it's all yours.
Thank you.
When I take that potion of invisibility, I have trouble with stealth.
And I'll remind you how invisibility works. In general, invisibility works like if you're wrapped in darkness in 5e. So if you're invisible or you're in darkness, people generally know where you are unless you are stealthing. It just gives you effectively an advantage against armor and stuff. I just wanted to be clear. I think that when Wrath you took darkness, you weren't quite ready for that, but that's that they can just see you without stealthing. But yeah, it's different than in previous versions of the game where you basically get it, you're kind of hidden in the dark.
Yeah, because they could still hear you. Like I'd still be clanking around even if I was visible.
It makes sense. You know, I mean, if I close my eyes and you were walking around heavy armor, I could probably point to where you're at in general.
Sure. No, absolutely.
I might not be able to
Somebody could
hit
see
you.
footprints.
Yeah,
if
I
you're
might not be able to hit you
running
with a water gun so easily. That's the advantage part, right? But,
Mhm.
okay, so but yeah, you do have a potion of visibility and you have a potion of climbing. I want who looted Runa?
I did.
Also, when you were kind of attuning there or sitting there, you noticed that those boots that Runa had are kind of special.
They're made for walking.
It's just what they do.
Okay. All right. But they are made for walking, but they're walking in a winter wonderland. They are boots of the Winterland. So boots of the Winterland are fantastic because they allow you to move over icy or difficult surfaces as if they were not difficult terrain. It also gives you resistance to cold damage.
Ooh.
That part seems
That's big.
particularly useful here.
These might be helpful for a certain climb we have coming up.
Well, Hemo or Eckankar. I think Eckankar.
Well, I already have
My climbing skills are definitely more suited to trees. These
You have a space for an attunement slot.
Oh yes.
Yeah, the boots of the Winterland do require it. What you're going to find is most items as you get to after 5th level, most of the things are going to require attunement that are useful in combat.
And Gashar is full up.
I just have the 2 items that require attunement. How many can you have?
3.
Now you can carry items or have them on your body, but without being attuned, you can actually. But it takes I believe it takes a short rest to attune. I'm not sure. Yeah.
The cold resistance would be good, but I don't need the trick with passing difficult terrain. I can do that anyways.
That's only if you dash.
True.
Okay, but this is more like for the combat ahead.
Yes.
You are going to be up in its face, and Eckankar is going to be Hemo too, but Hemo's full up on. No, Eckankar is full up on things. So
and I already
Hemo,
have cold resistance.
That's what I was going to ask if anybody else had cold resistance.
Either Hemo or
Well, I would love a little bit more assurance that thing's not going to freeze me solid again.
Yes, why don't you take it?
Very well.
Yeah. It does seem fitting. It's the 2 of us. We were the one hit by the cold breath last time.
I'll just hide this time again. Just kidding. I will try not to hide.
It's like give him the crossbow here.
It's not a bad idea. Having a ranged weapon. He does not have
No wonder they got up here before us. These are great boots.
They have 15 bolts of each on them that you could use. I did not say that.
D10 plus dex.
I'll definitely grab a crossbow.
And here's the nice thing with the heavy wind: if you shoot the crossbow and it blows back in your face, you could grab
I'll just catch it, yes,
Put it
and then
back in.
throw it back at him anyways.
and then put it back in and fire again. Yeah. There's a Warner Brothers cartoon in this. All right.
It says Acme on the side.
Nice. All right, I'll add that. Just regular crossbow,
Heavy crossbow.
heavy crossbow.
Yeah.
D10.
I was in Greyhawk playing a Greyhawk game, and in that game, halflings are slaves in the Western region. And I had introduced a Hackme halfling sack that you could throw at a halfling that would bind them and grab them. So if your slave was getting away, you could throw them and.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And one of the characters, of course, was a halfling who gets off the boat and doesn't know that this area has slavery in it. And right away he's wandering and he's not branded or marked. So people think he's a wandering slave and they throw an Acme halfling sack at him.
Oh God.
It was fantastically fun. They're like, what's going on? Fantastic game. Okay.
Can I attune to these boots during our little couple of short rests here?
Yeah, I would assume the first rest you identify these items, and the second rest now you're able to tune them. Yeah. It's going to be a difficult fight, so I don't want to. Let's not make it any more difficult than it needs to be.
You said 15 bolts.
Yeah, you could of each. So you have 30 because they each have each of them had a bolt of 15 bolts.
I'll take 15 of them.
So Eckankar, you can cast fly on yourself. You can use the ring now. It lasts 10 minutes. When we are ready to go, you are strong. You can carry us one at a time to that opening.
Well, that's a good point. Yes, that
And still have, we are I'm sure we're going to be on go time once we get in there.
So there's enough space in there for 3 people to stand outside of that ledge because it's 15 feet, 5 feet wide. And so you can and still have the active ability to do things. You could squeeze in there, but once you're squeezed in there, you can't take actions if you're both taking the same spot. I know there's technically a rule that you can't take up the same spot, but I say you can. You just can't do actions while you're there.
So 3 people inside plus 1 flying would be 4 in the area. So only
If
the
you
other
have-
2.
If you have 2 people, if you have those 2 other people squeezing on those 2 spaces, we can all fit there, but only one person. And there can only be one person in front of the door trying to find it or whatever.
Yeah.
And it should probably be Himo. How
You
many
want
charges do you have
me
on that
to-
one?
On the wand here? Oh,
It does recharge
Is
daily,
it,
doesn't it?
is it fully charged? I don't think we've used it since
nope. Yep, it's fully charged.
we could do it in
Charge.
this gatehouse while we are here,
Yeah, here, let
just in
me.
case. Don't want to miss anything possible.
I was wondering about the different heights of the floors. You see the stairs here? There could be something under this.
All right.
Sure. Yeah,
Would
let me
you-
go to the base of the stairs here,
Right
Okay.
in the middle.
right about here.
All right. And it
30
gives you a
feet is just about at the horses, but I should get the rest of the gatehouse.
30-foot range, right?
Yep.
right.
So I'm going to wave it.
You
Revelio. That's probably copyrighted. But essentially, yeah.
All right.
Revelius.
Don't
Take
say
that.
anything copyrighted by
Winga. Oh, never-
Reveal spell.
Yeah.
How's that?
Revelioso. Okay. You cast your Revelioso spell and
Legally
your radiation
distinct.
echoes out. But nothing comes back. You can
Oh.
you discharge the charge from the wand and nothing comes back.
Ah, I learned a secret, everyone.
there's no secrets.
This place is empty and it sucks.
Yes, I think we already knew that.
Oh,
Well,
you
it
must have
was-
run into it first.
If it was a transformer, it'd be a Sucticon.
It was worth a shot. Might as well.
Okay.
All right, Finnis, can you look up from here? We should see if the dragon is watching us.
I'll like crack the door and peek out.
All right. You go open the door.
Take a look, skins, guys.
I'm not going to stand right in front of the fucking door.
All right. You look out over the side of the edge here.
21.
And you can see that this wall is, and I will reveal a little bit more of the wall.
I'll aid him from looking through. Maybe all of us will aid from looking through the little.
I'm like, why
Arrow
does
slits.
Finnis even roll perception?
Yeah, like, maybe I get that crit success.
Yeah, you never know, right?
Yeah. Can we aid him? Can he get an advantage?
What's that?
Can we aid him and give him an advantage?
No. He's already using a special magical means that goes way beyond you. It's beyond. It's beyond your understanding. All right, you look out across the
Finnis has
way,
these
and
special
you can see there's a door on the far side of that bridge that you saw before. Beyond that, looking up over the ledge, you're trying to see to the roof of the fortress there. So when you look out over the top of this, you can see that from where the map is here, there's a castle, these castle walls that you can see here. I'm going to see if I can get it on the map here so you can see it here. When you see these castle walls, they rise up and you think they go up. Probably there's a second floor, but you're not sure if the second floor is a floor. It may just be a wall wrapped around the roof. So that's what you can see. So without necessarily far to the south here, if you can see down here in this area, even on the second floor, it's kind of broken apart. And so it has like an overhang, and you think that beyond here, you might have easier access into the keep, but of course you have to climb or use some of your magic to get into that area. What would you like to do? I'll help explain a little more detail as you get closer and reveal more secrets.
Maybe if we send somebody up to that collapsed south side of the wall, we could maybe use that as an anchoring point and help get people into the secret cave down below it.
Wrath brought up a good point. I could just carry you all one at a time over there, and Wrath and I could just float out in front while you figure out how to get the door open.
We're going to continue
How
our
long does
Jesus
that-
themes. He's that like or the foot in the footsteps poem when there's one step footstep. Why weren't you there? I was the one carrying
It's
you.
flying.
Yeah, I'm the one carrying you.
All right, I like that idea.
That
Okay.
seems like the best course of action.
Perfect. So you're gonna go one by one, and you Eckankar are gonna fly them to the ledge.
Yeah, I'll
How
fly
long does your
me to
fly
the
work?
ledge.
And who's
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
who's going to be
I'll
the
fly
first one to be able to search for the door?
Chemo first, right?
All right.
Oh,
And he'll
Okay.
he'll grab you, and he's like, "All right, this is the first time for everything. Hang on."
okay. Wait, hang on. I prepare a rope and pitons. I get my climbing gear ready so I can.
Save yourself in case it goes
In
wrong.
case they drop
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
Plan,
All right,
plan ahead.
so
everyone.
Finish up Legolas.
I'll grab you and fly over there.
right.
Oh boy.
All right, let's move your characters over to this spot, and just have them outside for right now.
Oh gods.
All right. What you can see is it goes 5 feet wide, 15 feet in to what immediately looks like a dead end. Wrath, are you also flying?
No, I will. I will hold off. I'll have him.
So you're standing. So who's going? You're just. So you're not there. Hemo is just there.
Oh, it's
right?
just these two. Just
Yeah.
those two.
Hemo is
Yeah. I'll
Hemo
fly
is
back.
being.
Yeah, I
We'll
drop
fly
him
back to
off,
you, or
and
you
then
can cast
I'll fly off back to there as well.
Okay, Hemo, you land. You can see that there is a 15-foot tunnel of darkness. You had dark vision, so you can clearly see. It is now dark outside, so you can actually see even as you coming in from the far area. You land are dropped off by Eckankar, who leaves you to survive on your own as you stand there. Are you going to run forward, open the secret door, and begin attacking the many foes that are waiting for you? Seems like this is what this group does. So
First, I'm
Pat you on
gonna.
the- he pats you on the back. You got it, Emo.
Okay. Thank you, Ek. Good happy flying. Hemo looks down the mountain and tries to guess how far it goes.
you think that this mountain steadily kind of slides about 50 feet down. It kind of starts curving and flattening out. And so you can see that if you dropped out 50 feet, it would kind of steadily ease up. You think that it's an icy, snowy cliff face, and you might even be able to slide down it. But it goes down about a mile or so down, but only a 50-foot sudden drop. The rest of it's still, more like a 6 or 7 degree grade. So
Interesting.
if you would have brought your downhill skis, you might have been able to
Your snowboard.
Or potentially I could hammer this 50-foot rope down there, but I'll go take a look at the back end of this tunnel, look for a secret door.
All right. Are you going to use perception, or are you going to use your wand?
I feel like I have time to use my eyes first, right?
Go for it. Yep. Give me a perception roll. You get advantage on this because I'm assuming that Wrath has told you that there was one existing there.
I got a 15 on the second perception.
Yeah, you look and you can see that there is a door kind of way revealed. You can kind of feel the cracks and see that there's definitely one here, but it looks like you don't see any hinges or any way of opening this. If you want to give me an investigation roll, go ahead.
16 investigation.
Looking at it, you're not sure that you could open it from the outside. This may be a one-way door.
Huh.
You're looking at it, you're like, I don't see a way that I can open it. This might not be able to be opened from this way.
What's the door made out of?
Stone. You could, of course, try to break it or break in. That's completely up to you. But I mean, just as far as being able to push it or latch it or anything, you see no other way in from what you got with your 16 investigation. Wrath, I'm sorry, Eckankar, who are you bringing over next?
I would probably bring Wrath over next. So.
All right, Wrath, you land just as Hemo is finishing up his investigation. Go ahead and put your character next to Hemo. just to save me from switching maps or anything,
Mhm.
we're just going to kind of use that as your map for now. Wrath, you are now. Wrath, you appear and he's standing. You can see the back of Hemo as he's kind of bent over and looking at the cracks. You can see he doesn't have his wand out or anything. Yeah, he doesn't have his swords out or anything. He's just kind of like investigating. And Hemo, you can see sense someone approaching. You turn and you can see Wrath being dropped by Eckankar gently onto the little ledge. Well, I get to be fair, Eckankar, you can tell me how gentle. After all, he did get you into the battle.
Yeah, it's a real fastball special throw. No, I just
All right.
drop her in.
Set up for the loop and let her go at the right moment.
I rolled a 19, so you're hit by the curveball.
I use the short sword of parrying and parry Wrath. My AC becomes 19, and I knock her aside like a baseball bat.
Nice.
Question
Good job.
This the height of this walkway and the height of this like platform, are they basically the same? Not platform, but like this ledge out here. Are they roughly the same height?
Roughly the same height. The platform itself is maybe 5 feet difference. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So like, can I see that there's a flat area like in that area over here?
Up here, you mean? Yeah, you can see that. In fact, I will reveal a little bit more. Just if that does make sense, you probably could see that now that you're kind of going with the investigation.
And we do have dark vision, so we'd be able to see.
I mean, I guess you probably could have seen it before, but you can see it kind of sits back a little more.
Perfect. So there's sort of like rubble and it's dangerous, but
yeah,
difficult terrain, perhaps.
You're guessing it'd probably be difficult terrain. You don't know if it has the same properties as the other loose rocks that were here.
The trap.
It may also be a trap that launches you down. You don't know. I'm pretty sinister.
I'm on it.
You are.
Get in there, Flander.
Somebody want to launch Flander up there?
Well, what I was actually thinking about doing is that's within my range for my shadow step. So I was just gonna.
You can do whatever you want. Yeah, you think you could shadow step over there if you want? Definitely.
I'm gonna wait to see Hemo's. You're wait. Who's flying? Eckankar. Because you're flying back and forth. You're kind of staying below that level, though, right?
So let's be clear, though.
Yeah.
Your shadow step means you have to come from a shadow to a shadow.
Yeah,
that doesn't mean
dark.
night.
Dim or darkness
Yeah.
is really what it is.
Is this what does the definition say? Does it say shadow?
Dim light or darkness.
Okay, cool. So that's just so I know. Okay, cool. So yeah, you feel free to do that if you'd like. All right. Waif, Wrath, what are you going to do as you enter in behind Hemo?
I'm going to break out my thieves' tools and see if I can jimmy this from this side.
Sure. Give me a what is it to they don't have a thievery in this skill. What's the skill?
I am proficient in thieves' tools.
Perfect. All right. Give me a thieves' tool check. See if you can disable this device, open this device.
14.
I think it's going to need to swing out this way.
All right, you start moving your tools. You have like little chisels, little pieces of tools. The problem is that these tools are fairly delicate, and you don't think there's a way to actually manipulate anything to open it from the outside. After fumbling with it, you think that this might be a one-way door. You might be able to use something more aggressive to open it, actually break the door, or use maybe like a crowbar or break it open.
Pulls out his crowbar.
But internally, you don't think you can delicately open this, as there's not a way to intentionally open it from the outside. All right.
Need something bigger? Hemo's got the crowbar out. Here.
That's not going to work for me. Do you want to shoot another load of your rod?
What? I mean, we know there's a door here.
So that is not secret. There might be a switch that is.
Fair point.
Or we could wait for
reveal spell.
Or we could wait for our what is your race again? Cameron? Assimar. We could wait for our Assimar detector. Secret detector to wait.
It'd be more fun to give him an open door. I cast the Wand of Secrets.
All right, using the second charge for your Wand of Secrets, you radiate out. As it radiates out magic, nothing returns except, oh no, it only reveals secrets you don't know, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, nothing comes back.
Yeah, it was worth a shot.
2 of your
Yep,
charges.
it's just the door. Damn. Well, at least we know there's a way out here, and it looks like 50 feet with a rope. We could make this a pretty quick exit.
Again, something that's flying.
Well,
Hopefully, if you were making an exit, it's already dead.
Good point.
Right.
Good point.
Eckankar,
Okay.
do you come back around?
Eckankar going to get the next person over. Who are you going to grab, Eckankar?
wait, Eck, wait.
I'm staying here, and I'm just like, do we think that this is a lost cause?
There's no getting through here.
We haven't tried to break the door.
All right. Hand me
But-
that crowbar. I'll give it a chance.
But I
There you
think
go.
if we're going to do that, we should have everybody here.
Are we going to fit?
No, there wasn't enough. I don't think there's enough room for everybody.
If we get a little close, we can. You just have to keep this area here in front of the door clear. We can do that.
You could get 5 people in here because the 5 feet to do the maneuvering. And then you have
Okay.
10 or 3, so you can fit 4 other people in this room. So the most you can have in this hall is
Smushed in
5,
there.
and still give them a chance to do something.
Mhm.
But have enough work.
All right, then I would go back and grab Gishar for
Okay.
his personnel grab.
Who are you going to leave behind for now? Who's left behind?
Who gets left behind?
Lander and Finnis.
Once you guys explain the situation to Gashar, he suggests that perhaps someone could sneak into the place and find this and open it from the other side.
Have we tried the front door? Finnis will walk across the bridge.
All right, you walk across the bridge.
Be
All right, finish.
Shh, quiet.
You can see that this solid stone bridge spans a 35-foot gap between the gatehouse and the main entrance. You see that at its farthest point down, it's 50 feet above the trail. It passes underneath it. The bridge has a ledge on either side. It's 3-foot high stone rail, kind of as you walk across it. It's mounted to the fortress wall north of the door to the area to that area. So you can see a pretty hefty door in front of you. What are you going to do?
I try pushing
All right.
the door.
You go to the door and you start
quietly.
pushing it. It kind of sticks a little bit, and it doesn't stick because of the door. You kind of feel like you feel this cracking. It's kind of like there's ice shards on it, and the ice shards break away as you press the door in, revealing part of the entrance. I will bring the map up. That. What are you guys got? You guys gonna abandon this task? Or are you gonna do your dimension door? What are you gonna do?
I'd like to get back on the trail, please.
Well, Finnis is peeking in this doorway right now.
Yes. Let me reveal what you see. Okay, Finnis. Opening this door, you can see
A big dragon mouth. Oh, shit.
And con save.
Just close the door again.
Sorry, Mr. Dragon.
Amway.
as you open up the door, you can see that it opens up into a hall where there are 2 arrow slots to your right and to your left, or north to the south on the map. And across the hall, there is another door. I will see if there's anything more in the description.
What do
I
they call
can
this? Like
give
a
you.
killing room or something?
Yeah. So
As-
this short, empty corridor has arrow slits in the north and south wall. That's the additional text that they give.
You are shot with arrows from the north and the south.
If you stand directly between the 2 arrow slits and then dodge really well, they could hit each other.
Eck is going to fly back and grab Hemo first. Looks like they're going in the front, and
Try
What?
with the bar. Try to break the door. You're a strong one.
Worth a shot, right?
worth a shot. Okay. Do you want a strength or
Yeah,
athletics?
you get a strength check, an athletics check with advantage because you're using the crowbar.
Hemo holds onto the wall just in case this whole place goes crumbling.
Can you imagine
That's
the whole?
That's a 10.
All right, you get the crowbar in there, you jam it in, but it's so well made or the fact that it's so old and maybe it's settled, but you get it in there. You can't even get the crowbar in between the cracks. You're just jamming it. You're like, it keeps slipping. It keeps slipping out, and you're not able to get any purchase at all to open this door.
It's probably for the best considering it's a load-bearing door.
Whole mountain's coming down.
The whole cast is
I'm glad I'm getting all these awful rolls out. I'm gonna roll great during that dragon fight for sure.
okay. What are you guys gonna do?
So I don't think that we're gonna be able to open this.
No, just stick a pin in this, and if we got to bail, we can bail out here if we need.
Yes, well, we
All
know
right.
what it is, and I'll fly Hemo back and then Waif back to the bridge.
Okay. Hemo and Wave get flown back to the bridge. Go ahead. While meanwhile, we see
Terra firma.
I think I still think that it might not be a bad idea to sneak in and open that from the inside. I do have pass without trace spell. It makes everyone extra silent.
and you get all of your points back.
Geshar, I think that's a solid plan, but I just look. Remember what happened the last time we ran into the dragon?
What were you asking?
I don't think any of us should be alone if we run into that thing.
Do you get your key points back in a short roll?
Yes,
or a long
short.
Short rest. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Well, perhaps we should use now then. It'll last for up to an hour.
Pass without trace?
Yes, for everyone.
It gives you a +10 to your stealth roll.
And
Yeah,
you
let's
can't
do
be
it.
tracked except by magical means.
Yes, I know Finnis and I would.
And you leave behind no tracks or other traces.
All right. Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah.
It's whenever all allies within
Since
30
we're all
feet.
within 30 feet, he'll step into this spot and should be able to get everybody.
It's like one of those moments where I could
You could TPK us right now.
I'll just zoom in so we can frame you like a
Freeze frame moment.
there it is, the last.
Screenshots taken moments before disaster.
All right, I marked off my 2 key points.
Now,
for
if
casting the spell.
Right.
multiple people could get into the wall on that south corner, that would be a much safer plan.
I could also jump over to here and see what is going on. Perhaps can go in that way.
The cliff face on the side,
Yes,
and Eckankar is still flying.
yes. Well, what is over there, Eckankar? Would you peek up there and see if there's
Yeah,
a
I mean,
stick
I've flown past this a few times, so I should probably already know, right?
All right, I'll reveal. That's fair. You haven't said that you were going that high.
Yeah, I
but
thought
if
you were going
want-
below the level, so we weren't.
Well,
going up
yeah,
very high.
that's fair. All right, though, then I will fly higher up into this area then.
All right, you're staying below the second floor, but trying to be high enough up the.
We just kind of
stealth.
assume this thing is
Use your
perching on
stealth.
top, right? So
Yeah. Like on the level of it.
roll stealth, Eckankar.
be quiet.
You get a +10.
Yeah, give me a stealth roll.
Okay. Oh wait. So that is a 14.
Yep.
That heavy armor, you know.
You're a human, right?
I am a human.
This is my concentration spell, by the way. I will put a little dot on me so I
Nice.
remember that I am concentrating.
All right, as you look out here, you can kind of see it kind of heads into that. You can kind of see just with the moonlight that it heads down a hall, and there's some rubble around here. You
Okay.
probably could see just by peeking around this corner here. You probably could see into down here as well. I'm assuming you're looking around a little bit, not just being so stationary.
Yeah, and I do have my goggles on for sure.
So you're looking at there. You can kind of see there's a door that heads that way, and you can see down into this darkness. You can, if you want to actually head down that far, you can see farther. Does your goggles give you 60 or 30 feet
60.
vision?
It's 60. It gives
Okay.
me full dark vision.
Perfect. So you'll be able to see a little bit farther down than this hallway. Move
Okay.
the map a little bit.
Um,
You can kind of see
I-
that it heads down there.
remember from
Nice.
last time? Going in by myself or even with Wrath, not a great decision. He's gonna fly back There seems to be a few different pathways in that area. It seems like we could go in that way.
That would be up to you.
What do you all think? Should we try the main entrance or this area over there?
Main entrance seems too obvious.
It seems like that was the original party's plan in the first place.
All right.
Let's see how scary this is over here.
He'll. Could fly over, grab Hemo,
I was
and
gonna
drop him up here.
Oh, whoa.
Okay, you're gonna grab Hemo and drop him over on this platform.
Like into here, like
Perfect.
into the area, not
Right.
on the rubble.
Hemo, he gently sets you down within the rubble. You can see this is part of a collapsed wall. It's not precarious in the fact that nothing's gonna fall or make you fall on the trap or anything, but it is precarious in the fact that you need to walk over big boulders in difficult terrain.
Okay, I'm going to post up here and I'm going to draw my longbow and try to just keep a lookout as we're doing these maneuvers.
Kashar's going to join him over there, so he does a stealth. I would also recommend you do a stealth.
Oh yeah, Hemo takes
And
a
you're
knee
gonna
in the rubble, tries to be quiet.
He'll do the shadow step.
And you can do that how far?
60 feet.
Okay,
I'll double check, but
I think they're right.
I think
Go ahead and
feet,
60 feet long, jump yourself.
Nice.
So
13
it's right
plus
next to
10
him.
for pass
Perfect.
without trace.
Thank you.
And
Eric
then,
is a 13 stealth right
Well,
now.
23, right?
20.
Because pass
Yeah.
without trace is active.
Yep,
Yeah,
22.
it's 23.
I'll step into this spot and look down. Actually, yeah, I'm here. Can I look down this side as well?
Yes, you can. I will reveal that area.
Peeks around the wall.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm picturing this as being sort of the exterior wall that was there that you could fire from behind.
Probably, yes.
And
As
collapsed.
you look down, when I'm trying to keep everybody in the picture here, you can see that wall kind of goes around that way.
Perfect. He gets out his crossbow as well. His
New crossbow.
new crossbow.
All right.
Gets a bolt
I'll move
shot quietly.
Finnis next.
All right. Finnis, go to put
Alright.
yourself next to Hemo.
Then I'll move.
He'll go a step in. He don't want to be near the edge.
Then I'll move Flander and then Wrath last.
All right. Go ahead and put yourself over here. How long does that fly spell last?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. So we're
All right.
probably running out a little
Yeah,
bit.
I will say that you have 1 minute left of your fly spell.
Okay.
Looking down this hill, does it look like in a pinch we could slide down to the the path below?
It's a between 40 and 50 foot sheer drop.
Okay, so it's a really steep cliff.
Yeah, you will definitely take damage unless you make some kind of a saving throw.
Use a
Or
rope.
if we take time to attach a rope, we could try.
Right.
But I'm thinking there's a possibility we'll have to take off out of here at a full sprint.
I would recommend using slow fall.
I would recommend first training as a monk for 2 decades.
Yeah, that's one of the 7 spells I have memorized for sure.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
Is everybody over? No? Oh, we are.
Yeah, everybody's over.
Well,
Start moving in.
Are you gonna head down that hallway here? I will reveal more of what you see, assuming that you've kind of looked around the corners.
Yes.
And Wrath is stealthing too. Just rolling 27.
I guess it's fitting for the guy in heavy armor.
Flander is also stealthing.
Okay, that's where you can see down there. You can see a long passage that takes you into another door.
Oh, so on the north side of it, it's just a flat wall.
Yeah, the north side is a flat wall. I will try to make it a little more obvious.
whoa.
Flander's stealth is 35.
Holy cow.
Holy wow.
That is awesome.
Where'd he go?
Nobody knows.
I took expertise in stealths.
Nice. Nice.
Jesus. Yeah, so Gashar moves forward, moves ahead.
All right, you move to that door and you can see around this corner here that is exactly what you would have assumed it was, which is that opening.
Perfect.
Emo's going to follow suit. Oh,
We'll listen at the
No.
door.
You hear the howling wind on the other side of the door. You are actually underneath the ceiling right now. You're inside of the where the second floor or a roof of this is above you. But when you get to that door and you listen, you can kind of hear the howling wind outside, as if you think that out there they might not be indoors as much. You're kind of like in an enclosure right now.
Weird. Yes, I would have expected more of this on that side. Is everybody out? Should we go this way? It sounds like it is outside, he says quietly.
Maybe it's that part of the castle collapsed. Let's maybe try the other side.
Is this a dead end hallway here? Well, is there just a door there?
There's just a door there. Yeah.
But that is wall.
Yeah,
all
it's
the way
just a
to
wall
it. It's
there,
not like it kind of looks like there's a.
Yeah. I will make
That's
sure
fine.
it's more defined so that we make sure that it's
Not perfect,
clearly
thank you.
noted on the map. Sorry. Okay.
I will go to this door and listen.
And this is
All
still kind of scanning the skies for the dragon.
Awesome. Finnis, as you look around, you don't see any signs of the dragon. However, Finnis, you hear gently from above you as you're standing on the very edge. You can there's a cliff kind of above you, and it reaches to the second floor. If you go up 10 feet, you can actually look over onto the roof. You hear above the howling winds with your heightened perception, some cracking, just like cracking of ice. Wait, listen to that door. Give me a perception roll.
11.
All right. Waif, you can hear yourself reconsidering why you're even up here.
Cold.
It's cold. It's lonely. There's nothing much going on. There's supposedly a dragon, but you haven't seen it yet.
I'm going to quietly, as I'm stealthing, open this door.
All right. So Waif was up there. You go to this door and you quietly open the door. The door opens up easily enough for about a foot, and then it feels like it gets trapped, like
I
it
won't
hits something.
I won't push harder on it.
Yeah.
I'll
And
wait.
if you can kind of peek your head around, and what you're going to see is that on the other side, there is a massive amount of rubble. You can see a massive amount of rubble on the other side of the door as you peek out here, and I will give you a little bit more clue as to what it looks like.
And I can probably hear the wind
Yeah, and you can
rushing
see,
by a lot more.
yeah, and you can see it drops off a cliff.
Okay. Yes, you were right. It looks like it collapsed out there as well.
You can see part of the roof kind of extends out here, but the outside is open to all of and the wind is kind of whipping through that underbelly beneath the roof, kind of having a howling wind.
The Airy from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, kind of the area of the Game of Thrones, right? So that's what you see. I'll back up so I can kind of get more people in.
geez, it's drafty in here.
Yeah, I was requested to try to keep the map tighter so people could see more, but sometimes it's difficult because you guys are crazy and go 4 different directions. All right.
I imagine the wind picks up now in this hallway too, since we have the door open.
Yeah, when you open up, actually it kind of eases the howling a little bit, but you definitely feel the chill. For those who are hoping to who aren't resistant to cold, who were enjoying the lack of wind, you suddenly get the more gusts coming through the house. You're of course fine.
What are we missing here?
Flanders is just on top of X.
Oh,
Token.
okay. Got it.
Flanders riding act.
We're doing a Three Stooges getting stuck on our way out.
Oh,
the
there you
door.
are.
Yeah, it's a little piggyback situation.
Door is stuck. We
Okay,
probably
But
could
he's so
force it.
quiet. Nobody knew.
All right, what are you guys gonna do? You could probably squeeze that door, but you're gonna have to squeeze through it a little bit.
Should we? Or we want to check other door?
No, we better not.
No, we should go check the other door and preferably quickly. I don't know how much longer this spell is going to last.
Okay.
I will fly to the other door.
All right. You can see Waif there. She looks back and she has a look of disappointment.
What's wrong?
I don't hear anything. She'll back up and let other people in there.
All right. What are you gonna do, Eckankar? Are you gonna open that door? Are you gonna listen?
I'm gonna listen first.
All right. Give me a perception roll, please.
So 17.
17. You put your ear up. You hear it sounds like you can kind of get a sense that there's probably some openings, maybe windows inside there, maybe something, but you don't get a sense of it being a big open area or anything like that.
Okay, I'm going to open the door then.
All right, pushing open the door. All right, you push open the door and you can see that it's sort of like a hallway that leads north to the murder hole or the archery hole to the north for the entrance for guarding this this hole, and then it's just going to dead end on the other side. You think that is probably where they just guards would sit here and fire out in the original ice fire hold.
Damn it. It's a dead end over here.
How is that possible? It would have to be something. How would they get here?
They might have come through the other side where there's rubble, the other side of this hallway.
Is it rubble or is it just a dead end?
Where?
It's rubble.
Well, there's rubble down here.
No, here.
Here.
That's a dead end. This is rubble here.
Huh. Yeah. I'm thinking they came in through the other door where Gishar and I went. But that area seems collapsed.
It might be the only way out now.
I will try to squeeze through. He's more slender now than he used to be.
All right.
I'm going to look here.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to go to that dead end and look.
Oh, you're gonna like look for like a secret door or whatever?
Mhm.
Sure. Give me a perception roll on that.
9,
All right. But your passive is higher than that, isn't it?
11.
It's 11.
10.
Right. Right. You kind of look around and you kind of press a little bit. It doesn't look like it looks like wall. You trying to squeeze through?
Yeah.
All right. I just need to get a acrobatics check to get pressed through there.
14.
Yeah, you kind of slide through. Gonna get the other side. You find yourself on the other side of this wall here, and you can see now that this rises and goes over this cliff like that. So you can see it kind of drops around the corner there. It is actually very difficult terrain. You think part of there was to be probably a wall here. The ceiling slightly collapsed in itself. You see where you're at. It kind of the ceiling extends out and falls apart a little.
Can I move a little bit of the rubble on the floor to make the door a little easier for other people to get through?
Yes, you can. Just give me an athletics check to do so.
Still trying to be quiet here, so probably didn't do a very good job on that.
What'd you get?
5.
Yeah, you're trying to not make any noise, but these pieces are very big, and you think you have to roll them and maybe make a little more noise if you want to actually open the door up.
He looks back at it. I squeeze through. They can squeeze. We'll go peek around the corner.
All right.
Heavy plate meal. Yeah, that'll fit through there pretty well.
Yeah, fine.
Flanders gonna
Also, he's stronger than me now. It's fine.
Flanders gonna try and squeeze through there too.
All right, you can see that this opens up. I'm going to try to reveal it a little bit better here. You have 60 feet, right?
Yeah.
It kind of opens up into, roll it up a little bit without trying to keep everybody in range.
Mm.
You think it opens up to some kind of a room in there? Maybe I may technically reveal a little bit more, but I'm trying to present what you can
that's
see.
perfect. He looks back at Flander. Oh, it looks like there's an opening to the center of castle.
Again, Flanders gonna try and squeeze through that door and get to him.
Tell them to come too. Go
All
get
right.
the rest of the group.
Okay. Flander will stealth on over and again, we've got an opening around the other side.
Oh, who said that?
Wasn't me.
Oh my god.
Trust me.
Finnis, give me a reflex save so your heart doesn't stop. All right.
35, huh?
Okay. All right. Are the rest of you gathering up at that door where Flanders' current token is right now? You can go move yourself over there if you want. Nice line so that when my dragon can blow.
I thought it was an area.
It is.
It was a cone.
I'm teasing.
I got the line. That's my thing.
Yeah.
He turns around and
All right. What are you guys going to do?
I'm gonna try and squeeze through that door.
All right. Just give me a an acrobatics check, please.
I'll walk ahead.
13.
Through this.
Yep. No problem.
Through this difficult terrain. You said.
Yep, and you're able to move through the just kind of like you're going over big bricks and whatever, moving out there. And I'll reveal more of what you can see as you go down as you move down the area here. You can see that it opens up to some. You can see a fireplace kind of over here.
He's going to be again still stealthing, but basically gets up to the edge and sort of like looks around.
I'll show you. I'll kind of give an idea of what you can see, and then I'll reveal to everybody else what you're looking at here.
Probably
And the rest of us squeeze through the door.
I have to do this in two ways because of my map.
I'll float through the door.
Could
All
you
right.
technically just go around?
Yeah, you could. Although he's probably out of time now.
And as you kind of float up, you kind of jump over a rock, and suddenly it just kind of drops as your magic gives out on you.
Floop.
And I'll move the map up so everyone can see.
Oh, you got to be careful not to roll your ankle on the landings there.
I'm pretty new to this.
Many a wizard has
Doesn't it sort of float you
taken
down?
fall damage.
Like,
Yeah.
Technically, it does.
Something like a pretty quick.
I think when your spell ends, I think it ends. It doesn't.
ends.
It's not like Featherfall. Yeah. I think
No,
3.5.
you just drop. Yeah.
I think 3.5 or 3.0, they gently, when your spell ended gently.
Yeah, they had a thing
Yeah.
I think about that where it was like
No.
you'd fall, but you'd fall at like a controlled pace,
Right.
Where you could like jumping off a 5 foot.
All right. This is what you see as you approach. Wrath, give me an acrobatics check to get through.
I'm gonna
What'd you get?
13.
13. You're able to sneak through. No problem.
I'm gonna also take a moment and actually look into the room carefully.
All right.
I got a 14 perception,
All right. Looking around the room.
looking for threats, especially.
Let's see here.
I know I'm not as good as Finnis at this, but I'm in front, so I'm doing it.
So what you can
And
see
we're
is
fighting in the shade.
you can see evidence of filth in this room. You can see that the furnishings that were here once had been burned to some kind of fireplace in the fireplace. So probably there was furniture, and you can see parts of the furniture have been kind of like jammed into the fireplace and partially burned. Somebody probably tried to use this as a fireplace.
Not unlike us with the barrels.
Yeah, something like that. So that you can see a pile of filth in the fireplace right now. What are you guys going to do? Yeah, and this room is kind of full of, you can see at the corners here, on the various corners here, around the room here, I mean, kind of more specifically, you can see where the winter is kind of blown in. You can see kind of drifts of ice and snow kind of reaching the outsides as the main the main center has been relatively free of snow.
Does this look like a doorway here?
There's a doorway to the north. Yes, and
Yeah.
I will.
Okay. Well, he's going to move into the room and just sort of like take up a position on the edge of the corner there. So
Okay.
He's able to. He's still got that crossbow. And he's sort of like moves across the doorway and gives space for other people to come in.
Right. All right. And what's everyone else going to do?
I'm going
I'll
to
go into the
stealth in
room.
and I'm going to stealth in and peek around here.
He's still got a friggin' 35.
All right, Flander, you see to the north there is a stairway leading up. And I will kind of reveal that a little bit. All
This
right.
wants to stay inside the doorway.
And to the south, you can see kind of a doorway heading to the south, like a way heading to the south as you peek around the corner there. All right. That's what you see.
Well, how tall is this room that we're in, the big one here?
I believe I'll read the default structural notes on this. The ceiling, the room and passages in the gatehouse and the fortress have a 15-foot high arched ceiling
All right.
in this room. So that's kind of 15 feet high. Wave, what are you going to do?
I'm going to check out. I'm assuming that's the fireplace up here.
It is. It is.
Just going to check it out.
All right. What'd you get? Perception. All right. You begin kind of moving through the kind of pulling the garbage out and looking through your attention going down here. You're going to get disadvantage. The rest of you, roll me initiative.
Whoa.
Oh,
Oh,
All right.
it's on, boys.
Gashar, what'd you get?
10.
Oh no. Oh, no.
Great start, Bashar. 10. All right, Hemo, what'd you get?
Oh, there we are. 14.
Disadvantage on initiative.
Yeah, you have a disadvantage on this.
Okay.
Raph,
I got a
what'd you get?
21.
21. On a disadvantage, you got it at
Yeah.
21?
I got a 22. the
That's
other one.
hey, that's what
That's-
happens sometimes.
That's like
Flander, what do you
all
got?
right.
21.
21. You can tell me who's first. Finnis, what'd you get?
18.
Nice. Good rounds all around. And Eckankar, what'd you get?
1.
No.
No. What'd you
No.
get, Eckankar?
0.08.
Zero.
Less
Zero.
than 1.
That's not a zero. That's a zero, my friend.
It's a 0.
That's a zero. All right. That is fantastic.
Sorry, I'm just like, no.
Okay,
Oh,
that's fine.
God.
That's not the first time though.
No,
That's
no,
the-
no.
All right. So they're gonna go first, and then we're gonna start the round with Flander after that. All right. What happens is the ice and snow on the various corners that you thought was just ice and snow was not ice and snow as it were itself.
It's goblins.
Uh-oh.
Nice.
It's nice.
Nice. No, it's exactly
Minnesota nice.
Minnesota nice.
They're gonna kill us.
All right.
More of these fucking troll things.
It's Minnesota.
You see a capricious imp-like creature that is formed almost completely of ice come lifting out the ground. As it was sitting motionless, it was indistinguishable from a shard of ice. It comes popping out. You see their wings go, and they come flying out toward you. All right. First thing I need to do is check on a stat for them each.
Hemo checks that his boots of the Winterland are secured.
We are all stealthy.
Yeah, you lace them up.
So
Double
I'm curious
knotted.
if they are missing some of us, see some of us, don't see some
No,
of
an
us.
elf would tie him proper.
All right. They appear all around you. This
Oh.
first one here, I would like you. What's that?
Just wondering if they can see all of us because we all were stealthing.
Yep.
And maybe some of us would be visible and some might. Okay.
Right.
Just
We'll
just
worry
ask.
about that. So I would like you to roll me a D4 there since we're asking the question.
You got it.
Give me a D4.
Single D4 coming up. 1.
1. Perfect. And then let's have who else is there? Let's have Eckankar roll me a D4.
Okay. 4.
Okay, perfect. All right. So this first one here, it flies up, it goes, it kind of like grunts down and braces itself. And when it does,
Poor thing's constant.
you can see that another one appears next to it. It goes, and another one appears next to it. This one over here does the same thing. When it does, you can see that 4 of them appear around it.
Sorry, guys.
You go, this one moves forward to here and bellows out a cone of cold right toward Hemo. Hemo,
Eyes.
you need to give me a dexterity saving throw.
I got a 14.
Awesome. You make your savings throw, and you are going to take 2 points of cold damage. Are
I'll
you
take
resistant?
1 because of my new boots.
Your boots were made for walking and also avoiding some ice method blast.
Mhm.
All right, that brings us to Flander. What are you going to do, Flander? Is all of a sudden these things kind of
Flander is going to pull out his little hand crossbow.
all right?
And fire at this one here.
All right, you're going to get advantage on your attack to it.
Mhm.
So,
Okay.
but its armor class is going to be a little bit harder because Eckankar is in your way.
Okay. So advantage and crossbow.
Advantage macro.
19.
19 hits easily.
Mhm. Okay.
Unfortunately, these creatures are immune to poison.
Okay.
Elementals.
Well, he still takes 6 points of piercing damage.
Yeah, you hit it. All right.
Are these flying? You said they have wings. and
Yeah,
stuff.
flying,
And
yep,
How
they're-
high are they right now?
They are within ground area. They're in the 5-foot area of
Okay.
ground.
Perfect.
So they might
I just
not.
wanna-
Yeah.
I just wanted to double check. My little pendant does it's firebolt is the
Yeah.
Your little pendant does firebolt up to 3 times, or actually your proficiency bonus, but I believe that's 3 for you times a day. Yeah, you
Right.
can look up firebolt. It's like a cantrip.
yeah. I've got
All
it
right,
here. So
cool.
The best cantrip.
All right, and then Finnis, it's your turn.
All right, Finnis is going to he's going to stay in the doorway, but he's going to fire off Toll the Dead on these two. Since they're 5 feet next to each other.
These two. Yep. Go ahead.
So
And
they're
my
gonna
save
make their
is
saves.
All right.
14.
All right.
It's charisma.
one made it and one failed. The one is, I think you only do damage to the failed one, right?
Yes,
Okay, give me the damage for that.
he's undamaged right now.
Correct.
That's going to be 12 damage.
All right, you hit it for
Nice.
12 damage. That's dang good. You kind of hit it. It appears out of nowhere. Just it's like the it kind of swirls, crystal swirl, like a, and suddenly it starts taking damage.
Starts to shatter a little bit.
Hemo, it's your turn. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna let's see. This one closest to me is the one that Blinder just shot, right?
This is the one that Flander shot. This is the one that breathed at you. This is the one that Finnis just injured.
All right. I'm gonna draw one of my swords. I'm gonna use my other hand to cast a firebolt at this one closest to me that Flander just shot.
Okay.
Pew! 16 to hit.
All right, you hit it. How much damage do you do?
Does 2 8s on the 2d10.
Max
16.
damage. Nice.
All right.
Almost max.
When you fire into it, and when you do, this thing shatters into 1,000 pieces.
You can probably zoom in now.
Yeah,
On the
I can
map over
zoom in. Thank you.
Sweet. And I'll run up here. Put myself between this Mephit and Wrath here.
Nice. Okay. All right. It is now their turn. All right. So the first thing they're going to do, this one here is going to attack Waif, who is digging through the trash. It's going to do a melee strike. It's going to attack you. You have heavy armor on though.
Quick question.
Oh, it hits armor class 19.
Did they go before 10 initiative?
They go at 11, but they
Okay,
get to go
perfect.
first because
They're before me.
yeah, they're indistinguishable, so you cannot find them if they're standing still.
Oh wow.
So how did Hemo go?
Hemo has a 14. They have an 11.
Yeah, sorry. No, I just thought that I missed my turn, but I did
Yeah.
not miss my turn. It's fine.
Yeah, they.
So I'm
You are going at. You are 21. I apologize. I didn't have you in the rotation, so I'll let you go first, and then they'll go. I apologize.
all right. Sorry, I'm just like,
No.
How is this working?
I had moved since you were so high on the list. You literally were above my sheet. I didn't mark it down, so I'll move you down. So you can go
Stop
now.
doing
but then
so well.
I'll put you in the back in the rotation in a second. Hey, go ahead. You can go ahead, and they'll go.
all right,
Sorry.
that one will get its attack of opportunity on me.
Okay, so it did, and I rolled a 19.
That hits.
All right, so it's going to do a little bit of damage, but it might not do a lot of damage to you because you have a pretty decent resistance. So it's going to hit you for max claw damage of 5, and then it does well because you have
I
resistance.
don't have resistance.
You don't have cold resistance. Okay, so
I
there's
give that to
three
Eckankar.
3
Eckankar
points of
has-
cold damage. 3 points of cold damage. For some reason, I thought you had it, but I forget that you turned.
I will transfer the hex to this one here,
Okay.
and I'm also going to shoot it with Eldritch Blast.
Did you make your save?
Oh, thank you.
Before you do that, let me know.
Oh yeah, easily.
Nice. You do get advantages in that save, so it's very
Mhm.
difficult to say. And then you're going to put your hex on this one.
Yeah.
All right. And then what are you going to do?
Eldritch Blast.
Pew pew.
Okay.
23 for 10
Nice. And then
4 more, so 14
you do 4 more damage because.
hex,
Nice. Thank you. And then what are you going to do?
and then I have 1 more blast. 27.
That will hit.
28 for what is it? 1 and then
Just,
6, so 7 points.
Just enough.
just clipping.
There we go.
Woo.
And I will take my 9 points of
Temporary hit points.
temporary hit
Nice.
points.
All right. Now it's their turn. All right. Sorry about that. Getting you out of.
No,
out
no.
of- all right. This one here, Hemo. Let me do this recharge check. Okay. This one here is going to claw at you. He's going to hit. He's going to hit you. What do you want to do?
I'll take it.
All right. All right. So you're going to take 1d4. You're going to take 2 points of clawing damage. And then
Okay.
you're going to take 4 points of cold damage, of which you do take half, right?
Yep, round down to 2.
Right. All right. This one here flies over to here, and he's going to try to claw at you.
Bring it.
Okay. And 16 is your armor class, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's going to hit you again for 5 points of clawing damage and 1 point of cold, which is your minimum that you take anyway.
Okay.
All right. This one here, 5, 10, 15. He moves to here. He's going to attack you. Now you're no longer flanking. Oh, I rolled a 15 plus 3 is 18. He's going to hit you
Okay.
for 5 points of clawing damage and 3 points of cold damage.
Round that down to what, 1?
Yeah, it's 1. Yeah.
1. Okay.
25. He runs to here. He's going to attack you. He's going to miss you terribly.
Haha.
This one's going to go to here. He's going to attack you, and he's going to miss you terribly and bad. And then this one moves to here. 5, 10, 15, 20. It kind of flies around. Actually, let me start that over again. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And the reason he can do this is because it's a 15-foot ceiling and they can fly. So he just basically flies
That's
over the
fair.
top. And he's going to attack you. Oh, and he hits you. I rolled a 17 plus 3. And you're going to take another set of round of clawing damage. Oop, cut. If I can not have my dice be ridiculously bad. For another max 5 points of clawing damage and 2 points of cold.
Round down to 1.
All right. That brings us, and they're all just like, that
Ow,
brings
ow.
us to Gashar.
All right. I'm going to step into combat here. I'm going to use my free action to stow my crossbow, which I believe is correct.
You can put your action away as your interactive action. Yes.
Yep. All right. So he'll walk up behind these guys. Not sure if he's still got stealth on him or not, but he's basically just going to use his unarmed,
I'm fine. Just try not to hit me.
his monk strikes. to
Okay. You'll
these
get
guys.
advantage on your first strike.
Okay.
Because they're not that they actually don't know you're there.
Sweet. All right. Well, he's going to attack that one, the one in the bottom right corner there, with just unarmed monk strike. So he does a 26 to hit.
That hits.
Nat 20.
Excellent, and it's critical.
Yes.
So wow. All right. So 14 points of damage.
Oh, that is
First
awesome.
one. And then no advantage for the second attack. And that is a 17 to hit.
That will hit.
All right. So just another 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, that's awesome. You cut up behind him.
Yep. Is he still up?
He's still up. Yeah.
Okay. And then I
You
have
bonus.
I use my bonus action since
Kick him in the glass,
to
Jimmy.
do another unarmed
Kick him in the glass
monk
hole.
strike. Does a 15 hit?
Yes, it does.
All right. That's another 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right, and you will send this thing
Back to
crashing.
the elemental plane of ice.
Perfect. So three strikes in a row.
Quasi elemental.
Wonderful.
Yeah, yeah. I have to go look at the lore, and I'm not exactly sure anymore where they go. But I'm gonna assume quasi. Well, I'm assuming that they probably go to the plane of ice, but they might just be destroyed now. I don't know. All right, that was a good shot. Eckankar, what are you gonna do?
I will run up to this one.
I'm going to take a 5-foot
And-
step at the end of my move, or just continue my move to there.
Yeah, yeah.
You run up there and take some swings.
All right. Now, what was your? I can't remember. What was your stealth roll that you did?
My stealth roll?
Yeah, 'Cause you have-
like 14 or something.
I wrote it.
Yeah,
down.
I
didn't-
had a 14 originally.
okay, so they know you're there, so you're not gonna get surprised on them.
yeah,
What are you gonna do?
do my 2 attacks. So
Yeah.
25 to hit.
That will hit.
8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, that will definitely hit for 8.
Okay.
This one here already.
Oh,
And yeah,
Critical.
that one there. Yeah, the one right in front of me. And then a critical hit.
Nice. You hit him.
So 10 points of 10 points of bludgeoning.
Oh,
Could be better.
Just sends it sailing into the glass ether. Just
nice.
you hit it.
There we
just
go.
Shatters, it shatters like you hit your grandmother's crystalline vase. Just-
Oh. Oh man. Just
Or
so
remember
hard.
when Wrath blew the base up in Lamine's house? It looks like that.
God, it's
All
more
right.
satisfying when they're not valuable.
Yeah. No, actually, I find it the opposite. True.
I was
All
about
right.
to say.
Wrath, it's your turn. You supposed to go first, but we went out of order. So
just step into the room, transfer the hex to this one here.
Got it.
Attack with Eldritch Blast. 22 for, I'm assuming 22 hits.
Yeah,
22 does it.
23,
15
actually.
was hitting
Yep.
earlier.
And then 25,
nice. How much total damage you do to us?
10, 15.
15. All right. You hit it. Kind of go. It looks at you.
Yeah.
Flander, what are you gonna do?
They're like little methods.
Upsetting.
Flanders going to step out here and he's
They're kinda
going to
like-
start casting motivational speech. It'll take a minute, but we're going up against a dragon here. I think it'll be useful.
And how
So-
long does motivational
Yeah, how long-
speech last?
It lasts for up to an hour.
All right.
And it's the concentration.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
great.
super good.
Yeah.
So you start in the middle of the comedy. He's like, he's just like,
you're getting them talking over there.
watch me work.
Yep.
All right, guys.
So
we
let's,
can do it. Yeah.
Watch me
That
work.
sounds great. Hold on.
And I can also attack while I'm casting. So I'm just speaking words of encouragement, and I'll also try and shoot this one here.
It allows you to cast by you're doing a 1 minute cast. You can keep doing actions. Is that what it tells you?
Can you do it on the same?
It
on the
doesn't say
30
I can't.
action?
Well, if you're casting a spell, it's a spell with duration. It takes your action to do that.
Yeah, you're out of the
Okay.
fight for the next minute.
Unless it literally says you can do other actions while it's happening.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, then I will start shouting words of encouragement, and then once I'm done, everybody gets 5 temporary hit points.
Woohoo.
Advantage on all your wisdom saves,
All right.
and if you get hit, you will get advantage on your next attack.
Very good.
that's awesome.
Nobody get hit by these guys, please.
All right, that is Flander, who sits down and starts just chanting away. And Finnis, what are you going to do?
Finnis is going to step in front of Flander, make sure nothing interrupts him, and he's going to do another Toll the Dead on these two. It's wisdom saving throw.
One I rolled a natural 20. The other one I failed. The one I failed has not been injured yet.
Okay, then he will take 2d8, 9 points necrotic damage.
9. Okay.
And I'm going to end my turn there. I'm ready to do
Boom.
anything else right now?
All right. Hemo, you were mostly surrounded, but looks like your team has kind of come out of the shadows, kind of unexpected by some of these guys, and has cleaned out a bunch of them. What are you going to do?
I'm going to draw my second sword and get slashing. I'm going to slash this one to the bottom left of me. It looks like it's already been hit, so we'll take our first attack. 26 to hit.
Definitely.
That will hit.
7 points magical slashing.
7 points, you said?
Yep.
It will destroy it.
Yes.
Ah,
We're wasting all
Let's,
these good rolls with these stupid methods.
let's just work. At least we're not wasting slots. Huh.
Work it.
Could have cast shield, but I think I can take it.
Yeah.
Second attack. Let's hit the guy to the left.
I was gonna say who else is damaged?
You're talking about this guy right
14 to
here?
hit. The guy on my immediate left. Yeah.
Okay.
14 to
Yeah,
hit? Does that do it?
he is also injured, and he was injured by Finnis, and your 14 will hit. So what kind of damage do you do?
10 points slashing.
10 points? Nice. You hit it. All right. It is
And
their
I'll
turn.
bonus action to attack with my
Offhand.
offhand.
Go for it. You gonna hit that same one?
I
not.
rolled a 1 on the.
Oh no, you rolled a 1 and you're unable to hit that last one. All right, their
This
turn.
thing's just so unbalanced.
Man, your
Fix that.
damage is we're just gonna suck against the dragon.
All right. So the three of them are still attacking you relentlessly, not even caring that Kashar or Eckankar are there. That one.
It's a good strategy though. Focus all firepower on the one thing.
You were hit for one time, but unfortunately,
Can
it's a
I
good
use
hit.
short sword of parrying
Yeah, go ahead. Go for it.
I don't know if you want
against the one that hits me? I'm gonna
Go for it.
add 1d4 to AC.
Go for it.
2, my AC becomes 18 against the one that hit me.
Ching! Unfortunately, I rolled a 20.
Ooh.
A natural 20.
Okay.
All right, dude. So you're gonna take 7 points of clawing damage and 2 points. Do I double my cold damage when I do a
Is it a dice roll?
it's a dice roll, yeah.
Mhm.
So it's a double. So I do 4 points of cold. I don't remember.
Okay. So I'll round that down to
Double
2.
dice rolls.
Got it.
No other damage.
Yeah, so I rolled a 3, but he does 1d4 plus 1. So I rolled a 6, 7 claw damage, and then 4 points of cold damage because I rolled a 2. Okay, cool. All right. You have been attacked by these guys viciously. Gashar, you see that these things don't seem to care nothing about you. They're just going after Hemo like crazy.
All right. Well, I'll use my
I make damn fine bait.
free action to draw my moonlight staff.
All right.
And
Is it
I
glowing
will-
now? You're gonna use your action to make it glow?
No, I am going to use my action to beat them with it, two-handed, like, so I can get maybe even some more damage.
Nice.
All right, so 24 and 21 should both hit, I presume.
Yes, they do.
So I'm not doing the booming blade
Yeah,
thing. I
yeah.
did the wrong one. I'm
You're just
sorry.
doing attack.
Yeah, just attack. So, anyways, I'll take the bludgeoning part of it here. So what? Oh, it's a 1. That's why. Okay, so 4 points of damage for the first hit, and 8 points of damage for the second hit.
Nice. The better one, that one.
And then I will still use my bonus action for a monk unarmed strike. So it's a 22, which hits, and 9 points of damage.
Wow, that's a good roll. And especially since you see him jump up and do a spin kick, and as he does, he kicks right through it as it kind of shatters around his foot, squirting around. The crystals just kind of dancing into the and just kind of phasing into just almost snowflakes as they hit the ground.
Cool.
Listen here, snowflake.
I'll move around. Well, I'll leave space if somebody else wants to jump in next.
All right.
We can always do that move in and move out thing. Remember that? That the other adventurers did?
Eckankar, what are you going to do?
What is this disengage you speak of?
It's not actually disengaging. It's just taking the opportunity attack so that everybody else can follow through and do a.
Does a 14 hit?
Yes.
12 points of damage. And then
That is enough.
Nice.
Oh,
Destroy it. Smash.
Right, and I'll use another movement, second attack, 18,
That'll hit.
and 10 points of bludgeoning.
And that is enough to finish that one off. Nice. What are you guys going to do? You kind of
Outlander continues speaking. There may come a day when we lose to easy little ice mephits, but it will not be this day.
Gashar is still
Today we
concentrating.
face a dragon.
Hemo takes a
Gashar, you
seat.
will not be afraid.
Gashar is still concentrating on his
You got this, Gashar. I'll use my second wind.
We're
That's
gonna
going to be.
kick through all this ice, see if there's any more of these guys in here.
What is second wind?
give me a perception roll.
I know you said they're indistinguishable, but he's just stomping, kicking through the ice to hopefully 20.
10 on my second
Nice.
wind. Sweet.
You looking nice job on the second win.
Yeah.
You look around here. You think that these guys they've all appeared, but it was weird because they did this thing and all of a sudden like others just appeared
Yeah.
around them.
I was worried they were going to be able to keep doing that.
Yeah.
Just fill the room with them. Well, it was nice knowing you guys.
I was about to tell Wrath to just hit me while I was surrounded with a fireball, but I only have so many slots. for absorb elements, and I kind of want to make sure I don't biff
Save
it
it.
to this dragon.
Oh no, Gishar, you and I took care of them pretty easily.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, the boots worked great against cold damage, not so
And wrath.
much against claws.
Wrath did fire, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Points like twice. Awkward. Though this also, we listened to Finnis. Or sorry, not Finnis, Flander. Listen to Flander.
All right, Flander, you give a rousing speech, standing up, hands held high, and announcing the final stages of your spell, casting that spell upon everybody. Woohoo! All right, can you tell us again one more time what it does?
Okay, everybody gets 5 temporary hit points.
Now, you already have temporary hit points, so it doesn't count for you.
Well, it's going to be important.
Unless you have less than 5 from that effect, in which case the
Yeah.
higher temp hit point thing
The
would
hit
take
points
effect.
are important though because of what he's going to keep reading. So it's
And
Come
you
back to
get advantage on your wisdom saves.
Okay.
And if you get hit, you get advantage on your next attack.
Now, what's the name of the spell?
It's motivational speech.
what's the end of it though?
The end of it,
Yeah.
yeah, once an affected creature loses its temporary hit points granted by this spell, the spell ends for that creature. So
Yeah, so it's only as good as long as you have temporary hit points, right?
Right.
Right.
So if you have overlap
So
with temporary hit points,
actually, my temporary hit points would have ended with combat. They only last through combat.
So you'll get those 5.
oh, okay.
Cool.
So now you have those 5, and as long as
Yep,
you got
yep.
cool. All right, awesome. That is what are you guys gonna do? You have this keep that you're kind of forging through. Like these weird method things appeared out of nowhere.
All right, everyone, let's be quiet again in stealth once more. We must try to get the element of surprise. It worked. Did you notice that? I snuck up on that method.
32.
20.
You
13,
like turn around to tell Wrath.
Don't forget add 10.
Gone.
23.
18.
Ooh, we did
Hold
better.
on. I got Gashar got 20.
Yes.
Eckankar got what? 18.
18.
All right, Hemo got what?
23 with Pass Without Trace.
Finnis. Finnis, what'd you get?
What was that? That's
Stealth plus 10.
If you're stealthing.
trying that. Oh, there. I don't know why I was trying. And that's a 2.
12.
12.
12. Nice. And Flander.
Might as well be
23.
a 2.
Okay, cool. All right, you guys are going to keep roaming through the under this first floor of this chamber. What are you guys going to do now?
All right. Who Finnis, would you go first? You have very keen eyes.
Sure. I'll look through. Slowly peek around.
All right, you walk around. You can see that the steps spiral up, and you can feel and see that the kind of like the night air above. You think that those spiral stairs lead to a roof or a room on the second floor that's collapsed.
Emo whispers, the dragon flew in somewhere through a hole in the roof.
Yeah, I'd imagine there's a large open space somewhere near the top.
Let's try below here first.
Probably a good plan. I'll come to the corner.
All
Try
right,
to open this first door.
open that first door. You got it. Right. You open that first door. It is easy to open. It doesn't have any real resistance other than a little bit of maybe it takes a little bit of it's a stone door and it kind of rattles a little bit as you open it just because it hasn't been opened in a long time. And you can see that this door opens up. And there's a fireplace in the ceiling to the north in the wall to the north. Sorry, not the ceiling. You can see that there are skeletons here. Looks like 4 skeletons. Three appear to be in rusty suits of chainmail that lie on the floor near rusty longswords. The fourth humanoid skeleton is in rusty plate armor, lies slumped in a chair that faces the fireplace. A steel goblet lies on the floor between the legs of the chair.
Suspicious.
Man,
Somebody drank the Kool-Aid.
it's real Jonestown up here.
You want to fight some
Um,
skeletons?
Finnis, where's the closest skeleton? Finnis is gonna walk over to it and kind of kick it, make sure it doesn't like get up and try to attack him.
As one does.
Finnis. It'll be like right. It'll be like right here.
Go for the
Jugular.
Isaac from Dead Space, like stomp the undead.
Walk
All right.
in front of him.
Finnis.
There's a-
As you wander over, you can see that part of the wall ahead of you. There is a door opening. You immediately spot it because I gave you a shield I should never have given you.
We just gave it to him.
Yeah. No, it's actually, I think it's super fun that you guys have cool magical powers. I just like giving you crap. But you as you walk over, you kick it up and you look up against the wall and you see, right, there's an opening over there. Maybe at one time there was a tapestry here that might have covered it a little better, but you can clearly see that there's an outline of a door.
The wall is just slightly less dirty in this one like rectangular outline around the.
Yeah.
It's a slightly different color. You're like, huh?
Yeah. Actually, it looks very good. And you need a pretty decent perception, but you actually, with your passive perception, you beat it. Yeah. What are you going to do?
Follow Finnis.
I'll walk over to it and I'll call back. I think I might have found a secret passage.
All right.
How does it do?
Is Geshar going for that goblet?
No.
Hemo
Don't
goes for the
Don't touch
goblet.
that.
Okay. You got to pick your goblet up.
I wouldn't.
Hemo
touch that
picks
if
it
I
up
were
with
you.
his mage hand and inspects it.
All right.
I couldn't help you last
You
time.
pick up the goblet with your mage hand.
Just to get a closer look.
You can see that this goblet seems to be a plain steel goblet of no special value. There might have been liquids of some sort inside, but they have long
Really?
since worn away. They don't even have remnants of anything in there.
I think I have better drinkware in my bag somewhere.
But
I mean, you
steel.
you can wash it out and keep it. There's nothing wrong with it. Yeah.
I keep it.
Okay. Perfect. All right. You have that goblet.
When
What
do
do
the
you,
skeletons jump up?
let me
As
roll.
I steal their wine.
Does the
I just-
trapdoor
I
go
just-
off?
I just rolled. I have to so many rounds from now. What do you got to do?
Perfect.
The fireplace explodes.
Search the bodies while we're here.
All right. Give me a perception roll, please.
I found ribs.
Come on now.
Can you use a small enough bone as a lockpick?
So yeah, so you look through the rummage through these bodies, and everything on them has been worn away by time. You don't think that the cold or winter has actually reached inside of this almost like tomb, but you just think that just
Time.
the air and time has slowly worn it away into
And
nothing
bugs.
being used. Yeah,
Bugs would get them.
you don't think any bugs actually exist this far up the mountain?
What?
So even you're in the height of summer and it's still icy cold up
Yeah,
here.
fair.
Yeah.
All right, this door.
You don't think, by the way, that if they didn't have the forbidden trail, the special trail that kind of lead through here, climbing the mountain could have been quite difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
Does the door open?
You gonna try to open it?
Let's do it.
All right. You
Finnis will push it.
you push open the door and it opens up almost too easy. It just pushes in. And you reveal a small passage, but it's a small passage that might be a little difficult to get through. Might be a little bit of a squeeze. All right. So you can see this little it's barely able, you're going, some of you in heavy armor may have to go down a little bit sideways to get down.
Is it down?
It goes down.
Oh. Fancy.
The door.
This might get to the cliffside.
Let's check it out.
Mhm.
All right. Is that what you want to do? Check it out.
Do you want to peek ahead, Gashar? Or should I lead the way?
I can.
All right, you're looking down. You can see that it goes down about 20 feet. It opens up into a room on the that's at least 15 by 15 minimally. It could be bigger than that, but just looking down, it kind of expands out from there.
All right, I'll come back up and tell him there's a room.
Well, you're just looking down the steps. Are you going down the steps?
I was gonna go down
Okay.
and then so if I get to the opening, I'm just gonna peek through into the
All right.
opening again.
I will reveal it. It is actually on this map, but it's on the side of the map.
So it's probably
So
off to the
I'm going to. I'll move you to I'll put you on that map in a second here.
Blank space.
Yeah. All right. So if you look to the right of your map, you'll see it is here. You can see it suddenly appear. Now move it over to here. Show you what it looks like. There. So Gashar, you appear in this chamber below. What are you going to do? I will read that description if there's anything in here.
Yes, please.
Beholder.
You see this empty room
by the
is
way.
deathly cold. Chiseled into the lintel above each door is the word crypts in common.
He just backs up then. Backs up right where we came from.
Yep. You can go back if you want to move your token
Yep.
upstairs, but everyone else is just 5 feet over. So
Perfect. So he comes back upstairs and he's like, kind of whispers, "It appears to be the crypts, and it's very extra cold down there."
More.
Interesting.
You might be right though. That might still lead out to that side entrance we found earlier. But do you want to go fight in crypts or you want to go fight the dragon?
Well, I don't want a potential escape route to not be clear of enemies. Maybe we should take a look.
Yep.
Yeah,
Very well.
we've handled some
We'll go fight the undead.
zombies before.
Finnis will kind of sidle in, kind of
There's always
clunkily in his big armor.
we never think about this as adventurers, but there's always a chance that the dead things are just like actually dead, and we don't actually need to be worried about this at all. There's a possibility.
I don't believe you.
I don't either.
It's like listen.
Okay, you're
I'll
gonna
go
move
down
that-
there first.
Got it. I'm gonna move the map.
I have the ability to sense if there's dead things. So let me go.
I see dead things.
I see dead people.
So I'll go down middle of the room, essentially, and
Reach out.
anywhere between 60 feet of me, I'm using divine sense. I'll feel if there is any kind of like undead or things like that.
You believe that to the south of you, there is the remnants of possible undead. It's weak.
Mm-hmm.
You're not sure what that means. That's what you feel. It's an odd feeling. It's not definite undead, and it's not that there is no undead. You feel a weakness in your senses that throws you
Okay.
off a bit. This is not just like what it was when you weren't there for that. But this is not like if you saw a ghost, like you guys saw a ghost or a ghast there. It's something strange and different. Something to be defensive, something to be knowledgeable that it's there. But
Mm-hmm.
if you open that door, you're probably not expecting like a skeleton to be on the other side waiting for you to
Undead
fight.
mouse.
Dracolich.
Well, that would be an undead, right?
There's nothing
Wait,
on
since me?
either. We're not undead.
No, he doesn't. You're not undead.
So there's nothing on either the doors to the right or left, but I don't know exactly what is behind this door. There's something though.
Let's do it.
Isn't that a sword here that we're looking for? Some kind of weapon? This is the reason we came, other than the dragon.
Is there someone who's not coming down right now? I see 5.
Huma will.
Okay. That's fine. You don't have to. You can stay up there. Nothing's pressing you to come downstairs. All right.
He was curious.
He was like, Leroy! Runs up the front.
Nice.
All right. Yes,
All
I
right.
think we should open the door and just see what this
Yes.
is.
Go south.
Which crypt do you want to open up? You have
One.
Let's do all three at once. Ready, guys?
Because I didn't feel anything in the one to the right or the left, right? It was just the one I'm in front of.
Yeah, well, yeah, you felt like this weird
Yeah.
taint or presence ahead of you, like the remnants of it's kind of like if you imagine coming into a kitchen after somebody got done making dinner and you sense that there was food being made, but you can't, it's like it's already gone. It's not there.
You have a weird feeling in your taint.
There's zombie residue.
There's taints around.
Yeah.
Then he will open up the door right in front of him there.
All right. You open up the door. The door opens up with a little bit of you kind of have to push your shoulder in a little bit, kind of give it a little bit of a shove, but not enough. You'd have to make a strength check to open it. All right. What you see is I will reveal the area and I will roll the map down.
Ooh, what's that?
Oh, looks like a fancy sword.
Here's where the skeletons are. How many rounds did you roll?
All right. You can see in the distance. Let me bring up the description here. You can see a distance. A sarcophagus rests in the middle of this dark, cold chamber. On the lid is the image of a woman draped in flowing robes. She has her hands outstretched. In one hand rests a longsword that dimly glows yellow. Her other hand is open as if holding something else. There's a script etched in stone surrounding the sarcophagus.
Wait, did you say that there was a female etched into the sarcophagus?
The sarcophagus rests in the middle of the dark, cold chamber. On the lid is the image of a woman draped in flowing robes. Think of it like a statue.
Yeah.
On her back.
Bas relief.
Yeah, like a bas relief. She has her hand outstretched. Her hand's outstretched. In one hand rests a long sword that dimly glows yellow. Her other hand is open as if holding something else.
Okay.
There's a script etched in the stone surrounding the foot of the sarcophagus, but you're just too far away to read it right now.
Whoa. I walk towards the sword.
It's like, hold on. I felt something in there. I'm not exactly sure it's safe. Let me go first. And he'll go in.
All right. You're going to go in. I will reveal the rest of the room and all the things that are going to kill you.
I want to follow him really, really close because I want to grab that sword.
Okay. All right. You
like tugging at him.
You walk in and you can see as you do, 4 other sarcophagus are here. However, none of these sarcophagus have any noticeable marks. They could clearly have
or glowing swords.
Yeah, they could clearly have something else of undead or whatever, but you haven't sensed specifically an undead. As you approach, you can see that you can now clearly read the message that has been etched. You see that the message is etched in a language that you cannot identify at first. What languages do you speak or read? And same with you, Hemo.
Elvish, Gnomish, and Common.
I have Common and Dwarvish.
None of these are those languages. It looks almost strangely lawful in its alignment of the way it's written, but you're not really sure. It looks also dangerous. The language itself.
Is it draconic or infernal? That's
hold on.
I'm adding to the mix.
Okay, so Finnis said he was walking up. Finnis, what languages do you speak?
Celestial and primordial and common.
None of those are what they might be. What languages do you?
Besides what they listed, draconic or infernal.
Draconic or infernal. Okay. You see that it is etched in the infernal tongue. Are you going to read it?
Yeah, I mean, he starts to he'll recognize it and say, "Wrath, it is infernal writing," and then he'll read it into himself, not out loud, but he'll read.
You're going to read it to yourself?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll go up too.
It says boom. No, I'm teasing. That's our standard joke.
To Dave.
All right. Are you moving up to the room in wave next to it? Okay, great. Now all of you are in my area of effect.
Yes,
I love
perfect.
it. Okay.
I have
What
my
it says, the
swords out.
script says, "Here lies the Selna Amraz, vengeance of Asmodeus, bane of the Polydules. She will rest for all time, Let her power be yours for equal price. All vengeance requires sacrifice.
Hmm.
Do we recognize who Asmodeus is?
Do you want to give me a
Wrath.
You have planar knowledge? Knowledge
Who's
of
Asmodeus?
I have a pretty good chance of it. I've read many books.
All right, give me a history or give me a religion.
We'll go with history. It's kind of his thing.
What'd you get?
21.
All right. You know that Asmodeus is the leader of the devil race. He is the most powerful of the 9 archdevils that inhabit hell, and the only one of hell's rulers to claim full divinity. Asmodeus is a god. He is the Lord of Nessus, the 9 layers of hell, though he is generally recognized as Lord of all Baator.
So I would kind of describe this to you guys, including the the idea that it sounds like you may have to trade for the sword, something of equal value. She said he has open hand. Yes.
2 hands. 1 hand has the sword in here. You could actually reach and grab the sword. There's nothing stopping you. The other hand is open and has nothing.
Yes. Sounds
There's
like
something-
must trade. I'll basically read, translate for everyone what you said.
Something very deeply evil about this sword.
Looks sharp.
If it is Beator, they are Beatzu, and their enemies are Tanari. Demons.
How are their swords? Are they good?
Against demons, probably pretty good.
Can anyone identify, see how valuable this might be, so we know what we might have to trade, so that we don't have to fight the devils?
Do we have time? I can cast Identify on him.
Yeah,
I don't think waiting 10 minutes down in this crypt will make the dragon any more powerful.
Do you have to handle the sword to cast Identify on it?
I don't know.
The Identify spell says you choose one object that you must touch through the casting of the spell. So if you'd like to touch it and grab it,
Touching it,
yeah, you have to touch it. You have to.
Well, I'll put my hand on it and see what happens first.
You got to touch it with your hand.
Yeah.
All right, you just touch with your hand. Nothing happens.
All right. I'll touch it and then
Cast a spell. All right. You reach in deep into your mind and begin speaking and reading from the book as you touch it
While
and
she's-
cast a spell.
While she's doing that, let's look around this
Didn't
room.
realize I'd have to remember remove curse today, you guys.
All right.
Finnis, will you help me look around this room for 10 minutes?
Absolutely.
As you identify it, you're 10-minute casting. You close your eyes and you immediately see the image of what you would envision to be the image of Asmodeus, whatever that is, through books, through lore, through whatever. You've never seen Asmodeus, but what you have read, it kind of comes into your brain. Asmodeus standing above, and he wields this very exact sword, and he crashes and slashes into demons, and demons are burned and crushed within his grasp. As he picks them up, he slashes their heads off, and he just cuts them down as if they're nothing, as if they're just paper amongst his sword. You know that this is simply a +1 sword, except when used against demons, it is a +2 sword that does double the damage dice of the weapon. It is a long sword that does double the damage dice against,
Like vicious against demons. I
yeah,
think.
yeah. So, and it's a +2 sword against them. So this is fairly potent. That's what you know.
I'll relay that information. You need
Emo's
to
like been slowly reaching towards this thing. Oh,
Do you use a long sword?
You can, for sure. However, you need to put something else there.
Nothing is stopping you from taking it, though. I'll let you know.
That is worrisome. The whole riddle thing.
I personally would put that other sword that you just got that doesn't work very well.
What? This one? I've got Jabarl's that's totally just a regular short sword.
I have just a regular longsword.
Perhaps if we're going to stump this thing, Temple of Doom style, we'll need a longer sword than what I carry. If you'd like to
No, I
try.
think you need something that you're going to miss. You need to give something up to take it. We are going to be fighting demons, perhaps.
Oh, but
Would you like me to read the inscription again?
Yes, please.
Here lies Decelia Amraz, vengeance of Asmodeus, bane of the Mali duels. I think it's duels. Bane of the Mali duels. She will rest for all time. Let her power be yours for an equal price. All vengeance requires sacrifice.
Equal price.
This
Well-
doesn't sound like it's sacrificing an item. I feel like it's going to take part of you.
well, we know at the heart of Wave Echo Cave is a device for summoning demons. I think we're gonna need this.
Finnis will walk over and put his vicious warhammer in the other hand. It's open.
All right, you put your vicious warhammer in the other hand. It lays to rest in the hand. What are you going to do?
I pick up the sword.
You pick up the sword. It is now in your hand. You hold the sword in your hand. When that happens, an image of a woman draped in fineries suddenly appears on the far side of the room. She stands there.
Do we all see this?
Like yes, and she looks at you, Finnis, and she says, "Now you have been blessed with the divine devices for vengeance. Let it all be yours. Let it all be yours. The demons will pay dearly." And she vanishes.
Yay.
Well,
They'll pay
That
dearly,
looked-
apparently.
that looked promising. Do you feel
Wait.
cursed? Are you burning from the inside out?
I feel okay. I guess I'll look myself over. Feel okay.
Here's a test. May I hold it? It's yours, of course. May I hold it?
I try to hand it to him.
Yeah, you can hand it to him, no problem.
I take it. I swing it around. Yeah. No, Flander was right. This thing's way too heavy for me. Here you go. And I give it back to Finnis. You sacrificed, after all. It's only fair. It's a
Grab it.
Wrath
beautiful
pats
sword,
Finnis
though.
on the shoulder. A way to make a deal.
As you swing the sword around, the hammer that you placed in that other hand withers.
Oh
It
shit!
shatters, becoming dust.
Whoa. I put my hand on the short sword of parrying, like it's okay. I would never do
Yours-
that. Yeah.
The sword that you wield, it has a dull yellowish glow. It goes just as that happens and settles back to a calm, even glow.
Oh shit!
Don't do that to our weapons.
Please remove
I
that.
hope,
from
I
your
hope to do
character
that
sheet
to the dragon. I will
Please.
remove that item
for all time.
Cool. Now you've got a holy sword.
Unholy, actually, but
Yeah, it was like demonic sword.
no. Devil.
Devilish.
Devilish.
Yeah.
What should
Infernal.
I add to my
Infernal.
inventory, Alan?
All right. Well, you have the sword. What are you going to do with it? You think
What's it
that in order
called?
to use any of its powers, you'll have to attune to it.
Sure. What's its
It's a plus
title
one
here?
sword, though, right?
Only if when you attune to it.
It's
You
not-
still have to attune to it to make it a +1 sword.
What was it? Did it have a title?
What's that?
Like, is it in
the
our
sword?
compendium here?
It is not. It is not.
Okay.
She was the defender of Asmodeus, right?
Yeah.
Should we call this the defender of Asmodeus?
Vengeance of Asmodeus.
The vengeance of
A
Asmodeus.
vengeance
Cool.
of Asmodeus.
So
Jesus.
cool.
Super cool.
Also, help me look around this room. Remember, we were also wondering if this led out to the secret entrance or
Yeah.
exit. Huh.
Oh yeah. It would be a
Let's take a look.
push to get through the door to the outside.
It doesn't
He
look
started
like
getting
there's
his
a
bearings. He
box
thinks
here.
it might be to the south. but he's really not sure. But he'll come over and look in this area because he's thinking there might be a secret passage.
I know exactly where south is. Give that a shove.
Okay, you're gonna go to the south
He
and give it a
looks-
shove.
I don't think he sees anything in 11, but he's still going to try to push. Yeah.
All right, let me open it up there. All right, you go down and you give it a shove.
He kind of pushes on the wall.
As you do so, you see that there is in fact a door that leads out.
My first
yeah.
secret door. I found it. Ha!
All right,
I did not even see.
and you can see that it actually leads out into a 15-foot corridor.
And out into the open space, basically.
Yeah, 15-foot corridor and out into the open space. Yeah.
This is it. Amazing. Okay, I close again. I'll just sort of try to pull it back close.
Yeah, no problem. I kind of just give it a little bit of a, see if I can.
No, we don't necessarily have to fight the dragon. We have what we came for, actually.
But it also will attack it down again.
Unfortunately, I do have to fight this dragon.
Yeah.
It's
it'll
going to
eat-
come back for Phandelin, and I feel like we owe them.
Plus, it will eat Eckankar's girlfriend.
And I just gave you a motivational speech so we could fight this dragon.
I'm
Also,
just
we're
saying.
sneaky.
We should do that. How much temporary hit points does that speech give us?
5.
5, I thought. So.
Besides, I believe I already swore vengeance on it, and I'm not sure the gods would look favorably on me if I just let that slide.
What if you just get vengeance later?
Well, we're already here, and I really don't want to make that hike again.
It's like this
Good point.
close.
At the end, he looks up. He's like, "Crap, I gotta do that again."
Oh no, let's go. Let's go back up. Come on. We must go. Cool new sword, by the way. It's very cool.
Now we're
Is
never.
it at least a dim light source?
Can we,
Yeah, it acts as a 5-foot source of light at all times when you're wielding.
That's
it.
cool.
So you now have the sword, and you guys are exiting this room. You're not going to check out any of the other areas in this area.
I'd like to crack open one or both of these doors that didn't have zombie pain.
Okay.
Zombie princess.
All right, you want to do that? That's fine.
There's no undead in there, though. He said maybe they're undead. Ha. Ha.
You never know. Maybe there's other cool swords. We could just be leaving cool swords here, completely unbeknownst to us. We can't have that.
Swords of Palooza. Okay, which door you want to
Gotta
go
check.
open?
I guess I'll open this left one first.
All right, you open the left door. It opens up easy enough.
I lean in and poke my head around.
All right, you look in, you can see that there's a sarcophagus on the far side, and I will read the inscription. It says, you can see these rough-hewn passageways contain unmarked stone caskets in the alcove that you can see. Sealed within each casket are many, many, many valuables that you might want to check out.
Well, now I might.
What do
Can
you
I
want
just
to do?
walk down and take a look up and down these corridors?
You got it. There you go. You look up and down, and you can see that there's some sarcophaguses to the north and to the south of you, and as well as another passage, kind of either way. I look down.
I got your back. Go for
Well,
it.
I guess I'll just take a walk. I'm assuming this is probably just going to end up being a dead end.
You
Or-
are right.
sure.
It is
or
in fact a
A
dead end.
end. Ha.
Ah, aha!
Oh boy.
You hear that, Finnis? It's a dead end back here. I bet you hear that a lot.
That's like the main joke back at the monastery. It's part of the prayers.
All the ends are dead.
All right, you go down here and you can see something similar, not exactly the same, but similar idea. And it also ends within the sarcophagus there.
Well,
Okay.
That's to be
boring.
expected.
Unless you're in the business of looting graves.
I was about to say you went down there, you wasted your time,
right
and
back.
you did nothing.
I just wanted to make sure I could crack one of the sarcophagi. I cracked the one in the middle open.
You want to try to open it? I would need an athletics check from you to open it.
And he wakes up all of them.
17.
All right. As you crack open the first one, you hear from down south, from the area where that woman was, you hear that voice scream. All of the sarcophagus burst open at one time. And we'll return next time to roll initiative.
No.
Oh my
All right, we're going to start here next time in 2 weeks when Nate returns from India after breaking the seal on one of these sarcophagus and summoning the bane of Asmodeus.
Damn it. Maybe that tiefling is rubbing off on me.
Whose idea was this again? Finnis?
This was a Humo idea, but
you know what? It's all XP, right? Here we go.
Okay.
Just get him close to me. I'll try to destroy undead.
All right. So we'll find out in 2 weeks what happens as you see all these sarcophagus burst open and the darkness is upon you. Until then, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Let's and we will reconvene from there. Have a great night, everybody, and see you next week. We'll do a one shot. Like and subscribe. We're trying to get to 300 if we can. That's awesome.
Tell your friends.
Yeah, tell your friends.
like, subscribe, and remember to not disturb the dead in a setting where zombies exist.
All right. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.
See ya.